Mic check 1, 2, and 3. Let's get it. The name is Law Nation. One way or another, baby. Come on. Mama said there'll be days just like this, right? This is your brother from another mother. No other don't look like Danny Glover, but I keep it cool with each and every last one of you all. Just tuning in to the nation. As they say from my parts, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Let's go. Yup. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. Come on. As the room fill up, baby. Just be sure. Y'all know y'all heard it from the nation. I know you heard it from the nation. Come on. We're live also on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Turn me up. Some more. Good morning to you all. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. As we continue to give you guys this information around the world, I'm not Ray J. I'm not Ray J talking about I hit it first. But I told y'all, I said the NFL, they work on Thursday. Oh, excuse me, let me elaborate a little bit more. They work on Thanksgiving. They work on Christmas. They work on New Year's. They work on Tupac and Biggie holiday. You think that Labor Day is such a sacred holiday for the NFL? No, it's about coins. It's about bread. It's about that money. So for those who try to cuss me out a little bit, talking about law, the NFL ain't going to do nothing on Monday. It's a holiday, law. Let me hear that apology, man. I just need to hear that from your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all be sitting out here hating on the laws over here, man. Come on, man. Y'all know. Y'all be hating on the brother for no reason. I'm sitting there like, when I call a spade, I say what I say. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I truly believe that this particular situation, it is what it is. He's 40 years old. He's a 9-time Pro Bowler. And he's a Super Bowl champ, of course, for the Eagle fans that's going to jump in here and saying we picking up their sloppy seconds. First, before he got over here, you guys was talking about sunshines and rainbows. Now it's all hate. But that's okay. That's flat out okay, Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening. If you're on the space community, I'm live mostly on the YouTube side, so it is what it is. But here's the thing. The Dallas Cowboys are in a unique situation because of the fact that Tyron is down. We got a rookie by the name of Tyler Smith, who I truly believe that the Cowboys still got to work in. Jason Peters, not like he's been in anybody's OTAs, anybody's training camp. And for a 40-year-old guy, I think that he just can't just roll out of the bed and say, okay, I'm ready to go up against big boys, right? He's going to take him a few minutes to get together. Shout out to you, Jay Blaze. Shout out to you, Mickey. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that's on the panel today. Appreciate you, Eddie. Thank you for jumping in. Yeah. All right. So first and foremost, let me give you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good news is you got a veteran, right, that can teach and pour upon the rudiments and the knowledge of the game to Tyler Smith or to Avante Collins, or to Joshua Ball, or to anybody that's on this team that need to understand this game of football. All right, that's the good part of it, you know. And the bad thing is it's a little too late, right? It's a little late. We got collectively 3 solid days of practice before we play against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? 3 solid days before we play against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let me say it one more time. 3 solid days before we play against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So those days, as we look at all of this, Cowboy Nation, we must understand. Hold on, give me 1 second right here. Let me get some things together. Appreciate everybody for jumping in on these channels, and let me get things going here. We got a lot of people in the house. I want to be able to read your comments. Here we go. Shout to you, Andy Smith. Appreciate you. Shout to the people that's on Twitter as well. I get to you in a few. All right, so here's the thing. We got 3, did I say that already? 3 solid days before we play against Tampa. Tom Brady and what's those 2 linebackers' names? White and David. Who else? Do they have Logan Ryan, right, on the defensive side of the coin? Who else they have? Lakeem Nicks. I think they got him. So we got to go up against some quality team on the defensive side of the coin. Shaq, all of those boys are guys that we have to go up against. And I'm going to tell you guys, first and foremost, those things just don't fall off the tree and say, okay, all of a sudden we got continuity and rapport. It takes time, Cowboy Nation. It literally do. Winfield Jr., yeah, he coming down the field. They got Devin Lloyd. I didn't know that. They got Devin Lloyd, Lee Stewart. I don't know if they got Devin White, David, Shaq Barrett, Vita Vea, and Akeem Hicks. Those guys, right? We're gonna have to be ready. Who got their hand on the panic button, though? Who got their hand on the panic button, though? Who got their hand on the panic button? 'Cause I don't want to talk to those people today, you know. The phone lines are open, 657-390-7391. Can one of my mods pin the phone number to the top of the screen there so we can disperse this throughout? I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your opinion of the nature, especially at hand. All right? We want to know. And I'm going to try this for the first time. We live on multiple platforms. I'm going to see. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear them. So that's why I was just going to try it for 1 little second right here. Let me see if I can find somebody that I know on the spaces over here. Appreciate everybody that's on the spaces, by the way. Let me see. This dude look like he got a mic. He look like he can say something, you know. Let's see right here. Invite him to speak right quick. If you want to speak, raise your hand on the spaces. And I don't know if they can hear you, though. Who else want to speak over here on the spaces? Appreciate you. What we got here? Check out the profile before we let them on. That thing took me everywhere but where I want to go. Appreciate everybody. Bear with me right quick. I'll let this caller in. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. From the 936, you're live. You're in the mix.
What's good? I was good.
Not much, man. Talk to me.
Good morning, man.
Good morning to you, man. Good morning to you.
God bless you, man. God bless you.
Yes, indeed. That's what he do. He blessing the nation all day, man. Yeah, what you got for the show, man?
Shoot, man. I'm glad they got Peterson, man. Like you said, it'll help them young guys.
Yeah.
If they put Tyler back at right guard, I really, man, watch how them holes open up. You'd be like when Moses split the Red Sea.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's how them boys gonna split that left side over there, man. Watch what I tell you.
I mean, shoot, that's what they need to do. The thing is, you're going to have to get into football readiness, and it normally takes about 2 to 3 weeks. And at 40, it'd probably take him on the 3-week side of things, you know. That could be the situation there for Jason Peters, but he can always pick up the playbook, try to learn all what he can. I'm quite sure what happened is that for the sake of the weekend, the Cowboys front office probably said, you know what, we're going to let you rest this weekend, get your family together, and then Monday we're going to announce the news. That's what I believe what happened. Right.
So do you think they're going to put Peterson at left tackle?
I mean,
first game?
Not first game. No.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, no, they might not put him at, at left tackle the first game. They might just let Tyler get out there.
I mean, that's what they should do. Throw the young kid out there, right? Sink or swim moment. Let him look. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous spot to be in. But he's going to have to. He's going to have to. He's going to have to build a plane while it's in the air. And one thing I don't want, if you throw that big boy out there first game, right? Let's say you throw Jason Peters out there first game. And, the number one thing that happened to big boys are soft tissue issues, right? I mean, he pull a hammy, pull a calf or, strain a knee ligament or something like that. And now all of this is just for waste. You got to slowly integrate him into the system, and you got to slowly put him into the right spot. You just can't just throw the kid out there.
And then you're gonna be again looking for another left tackle.
Same. It'll be the same. It'll be the same situation. Then I'll be banging on the table talking about, let's go ahead and bring in Todd and second, baby. Man, let's go bang on Todd and second, man. Well, we see the Josh Balls, man.
God bless you. Have a good day, man.
You as well, man. Happy Labor Day to you,
right,
man. That's a good call from the 936. He was in the mix. But y'all get what I'm saying, right? Y'all get what I'm saying? I ain't trying to mess this thing up for anybody. I don't know if they will be able to hear you, but landlord, man, you live on the space. Yeah, nothing to it, man. Chilling over here. I know they can't hear you, though, but it's all good. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, I was just hollering at you, man. I ain't never, chimed in on the spaces, man. But how you feeling about the Jason Peters, man? I think it's a decent pickup. I think we're going to be all right.
No. See, Nick, they said they can't hear you, so that's good. All right, so here's the thing. It's a good go for us. Now it ain't a horrible situation. It's good for us, but here's the problem, though. Here's the only problem. It's going to take time.
True. I mean, who you trusting the most at left tackle right now, though? Because I mean, I know, technically he's not ready or prepared at this point, but I just got a good feeling. I got faith in Tyler Smith, man. I just do. Now, he's going to take his lumps, but I believe he's going to be fine. I really like his attitude. I like how he done worked and came in here. And, no nonsense type attitude. This man has changed his whole body. That's a sign of a man that's on a mission. And, that's the kind of guy, that's a Terrence Steele type, work ethic I see in this guy, man. I like him. I think he'll be fine.
No doubt. Let me fix it up a little bit, man. Some people say they can, some people say they can't. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Landlord, you had some good points. Good points. I'm going to answer that off air over there on the Spaces side. But I appreciate you, fam.
Appreciate it. All right.
All right, cool. All right, so that was landlord on my Spaces, man. I'm trying something new, man. I know what I need to get. I got to get another splicer to mix it in, to mix in his audio to you guys. But for what he said, he feel comfortable with Tyler Smith. Think about it. I don't think that the Seattle Seahawks are looking at Charles Cross saying, "Hey, man, he's a rookie, man. We ain't gonna put him out there." They're gonna put him out there. Trust and believe that. On top of that, here's the thing, Cowboy Nation. I can give you a book all day on how to swim. I literally can give you a book, go like this, go like that. But until you get thrown into the water, that book don't mean nothing. But you can say, "Hey, no, Law, I got a PhD on how to swim." But have you ever touched the water? Right? Hey, Law, man, I read the books, man. I understand the physical aspect of the tides and how the ocean moves and everything. But have you ever been inside the water? So there's no shortcut to it. Throw the kid out there. I do know you're sacrificing a little bit of your quarterback, but all I need Tyler Smith to be, can he be better than Josh Ball, right? Or is he better than Josh Ball? That's for one, right? Is he better than Ty Nsekhe? We don't know yet, right? Is he better than Chaz Green? I know some folding chairs in Natchez, Mississippi that probably can block better than Chaz Green. But it is what it is. Is he better than Chaz Green? Is he better than Byron Bell? You guys remember that? So is he better than those guys? That's how you got to look at it. And truth be told, I know people going to pull up these things about Dak Prescott without Tyron Smith, but keep in mind in the last few games, Dak Prescott record is 6-3 without Tyron Smith. So those are things that you have to pull it back and rip off the Band-Aid, throw the kid outside into the water and see if he can swim. Sink or swim. Ain't this right? Banks, man, from the 757, you live.
Law, what's going on, man?
Man, all is well, man. I can't complain, Chief. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I'm like Buddy, man. I trust Tyler Smith more than anybody else over there.
Yeah.
And I believe he can, he gonna hold it. He gonna hold his own. Like you said, he can take some bumps and bruises, but he gonna hold his own over there. I trust him than any other free agent coming in outside of Jason Peters on that left side. So I look at it like this. We try to panic and stuff like that, but look at it. Zach Martin was once a rookie.
Yeah.
Tyron Smith was once a rookie. Look at all these. Even down to when Travis Frederick was with us. He was down there. All those guys came in and they hit the ground running, man.
Yeah.
And they held their own when they came in. So, everybody need to trust and believe that Tyler Smith can probably do the same thing.
Hold on, right quick. Let me get something fixed on my end, right quick. Hold on. It shouldn't take me long. There we go. I can't do it. Here we go. I got echo. I'm building a plane while it's in there. Okay, there you go. All right, I'm back with you, fam.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out that spaces thing, but go ahead, go with it.
Yeah, like you said, if the Eagles can, not the Eagles, the Seahawks can throw Charles Cross out there, and all these other teams can put their first round lineman out there, or the tackle, guard, whatever out there. They can trust them.
Yeah.
Why can't we do the same thing without, the fans having trust in the organization doing the same thing? You know what I mean? So stop panicking, see how it unfolds. And let's see first. Man, that
is the number one way to do it. The Cowboys gotta just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off, and then this would be a hell of an insurance policy if week 1 to 2 don't work, and then you'll say, okay, week 3, Peters is back up to speed. We're going to put his big butt out there and see what he can do. And that could be the situation that the Cowboys all uncover. But they need to – they should have figured this out a long time ago, though.
Yeah. And real quick, like I said, and like I said before, this is what they drafted Tyler Smith for. Jerry Jones said it out his own mouth, This is on the when he said this is what we drafted Tyler Smith for. To be the tackle eventually. This was at least what I thought anyway, coming out,
Yes,
but
indeed.
Hey man, let's just see what happened, man. Stop panicking. We ain't the only one with offensive line issues. Tampa Bay got theirs, so let's see what happens, man.
Yeah, they got their own issues too, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. The main thing I'm just worried about, I'm ready to just see this receiving core the first game. That's pretty much the main thing I'm focusing on. The offensive line too, but that's mainly what I'm ready to see coming up.
No doubt, man.
Everything will work with the offense period.
I appreciate you, Banks, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, fam.
All right.
That's a good call from him.
Too, man.
Yes, indeed. Good call from him. I was guinea pigging. I'm trying to work on some things over here, but, it seems as if those give me difficulties. I will have for my space community, bear with me. I got some plans down the line. This was just me trying to figure it out over there, but neither here nor there. I got my guy Mike over here. What's good with you from the 757? You live, Mike? Well, once, twice. Mike. Not McCarthy, man. You live, man. You want to let 9 Dime in then. 9 Dime, you live. 9 Dime. Yellow. Man, y'all must be asleep over there, man. I know I'm yelling at you. All right, we're going to let my guy D Schiff in. D Schiff, you live for the 409.
What's up, Law?
All right, good, man. Yeah, I got you, man. I was worried for a second. I said, what's going on with those boys?
Nah, man. That's good stuff, Law. Man, glad to have Peter signed.
Right.
I think this offensive line's in better shape than a lot of people think. It's practically the same line with just you're kind of makeshifting for the first couple games, but once Peters gets acclimated, and the big if with him is health, of course. But on those, those clips you cut up with the Bears, he looked pretty good. Like, he looked a little better than solid. He wasn't like Nasecki and like just real slow.
Right.
Like he was, right. And for his frame and size, he still carries it pretty well at 40 years old. So just being able to have that transition. I'll tell you what, Tyler Smith's in a way better position than Tyron Smith was when he, was a rookie and when he started his first year at left tackle in his second year.
Yes, indeed.
The guy that was, practically the best was next to Tyron was Doug Free.
Mm-hmm.
That's all Tyron had to, Tyron had the likes of Mackenzie Bernardo and Costa and I don't even remember Ryan Cook and Nate Livens, But I was just kind of looking back on guys like that. So Tyler Smith, he's in a great position to just be groomed. You're talking about 2 Hall of Fame All-Pros that are in the locker room with him, And,
yeah.
We forget how much of an influence that pays for these young guys. So just to have him, then have an All-Pro playing on the line with you and Zach Martin, like Tyron didn't have that,
He definitely didn't have that. Yeah, and the thing is, like Tyron, when he first started off, yes, he was going to be the left tackle, but at the time, our left tackle was Doug Free, right? So he started off at right tackle, got his, they threw him in the deep end and said, okay, swim as tackle. Regardless, tackle position is not an easy job to learn. And he
2012 was rough.
Yeah, it was rough for him.
Those are those 8 years,
Right,
and in
right.
2013 they get Travis, and they go, I think, 9-7, but they start showing progress. But and they had some pretty good offensive pieces. Murray, Dez, Miles, Jason was still kind of young, so and Tony. So they had some good offensive pieces around that line. But I think this line, it still has good pieces around it as well. But I think it's a lot. I think with Tyler, he's just in a much better position. And then you talk about, 3 guys and McGovern, Steele, and Biotish. They're in their 3rd years now.
Yeah. Yep.
So they're gonna progress some way. They're not gonna definitely be as bad as they were in their rookie or second years, and not to even say they were bad. But I like I said, Tyler, he's in a like I said, much better situation. Is it last year? It's not. Like I said, it's not much different, And then at the end of the day, like I said, we're just trying to see what they're going to do in the end. Like, we know that the Cowboys can put together a winning season, but it's what they do in the playoffs. So I think you'll have some reinforcements coming. So the Bucs game, it's you got to respect that defense.
No doubt. And we got to respect that defense, but we got to make sure we hit that defense up. And I think that their defense this year is a little worse than what they were last year, right? Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. You can say that. You can look at their last year defense and say, all right, they're coming off of a Super Bowl. They kept all of their starters there. That was the battle cry for them. And we still put up good points against them. It didn't look like we were struggling, but it would seem as if, though, we didn't want to run on the outside when we were able to. But I can tell you that this is a home game, and this team should be able to move the ball a little bit, just like they did last season, man.
Like I said, they have we want to depend on that run, and
right.
The Tampa Bay Bucks, they got a nice up, front seven that can stop a run and take it out to where you got to start passing. So I think 12 personnel has to be big this game. I think you got to incorporate those young tight ends a lot.
Right.
Be blocking or pass catching. You got to incorporate that so you can kind of bring a little more power against that front seven because you're going to need it. So,
no doubt.
How about them Cowboys, Law?
All day, man. Appreciate you, D. Shift, man. Appreciate you, man. It's a good call from him. All right, so I got the stat sheet up, okay? And let me pull this up for everybody to see. Tyron Smith, his rookie year, he allowed 7 penalties. That's a lot, right? That's a lot he was 25th in the National Football League out of all tackles, right? He played at right tackle. And he allowed also 8 sacks his rookie year. He was 14th, meaning that there are 13 other guys that had allowed more sacks than him. And then if you go all the way down, he also had 43 pressures. That's a lot. In retrospect, last season alone, let's say, and if you could try to patch these things together. This is rookie Tyron Smith, right, in 2011. He allowed 48 some round pressures. To put this into perspective, Jason Peters last year allowed only 28 pressures. He didn't allow 8 sacks or what have you. So those are things that you have to contextualize. But this was Tyron Smith on the 2011, Cowboys. But let's look at him at left tackle. And these are only stats. It's not no film assessment. He allowed more penalties, right? 11 penalties. 4th in the National Football League at left tackle. But he only allowed 3 sacks. Let me see how many pressures. And 43, 43 pressures is still a lot. But that was his first year at left tackle. And let me see what he looked like 2013. Only allowed 1 sack. That's his 3rd year going into left tackle. So you guys get it, right? The more he played, the better he became. And that's Tyron Smith, right? God dog. Let me see him in the pressure. Boy, on 31 pressure, that boy was good in 2013. But you guys get it. It takes time for these guys to develop. It takes time for these guys to go into their craft and learn things and get things right. But I want to tell you guys this too. Let's understand that the Dallas Cowboys, the only way that you're going to get better at your spot or your position, if you play the game. There's no shortcut to success. The Cowboys tried that shortcut to success model for a long time. Right? Law, do you have any information on that? Yes. Jason Garrett, shortcut to success. They saw all of the other young coaches in the National Football League, and they said, okay, we got our one. You can't skip the growing pains, Cowboy Nation. This dude never coached in college, right? Been an assistant coach, an assistant quarterback coach, and now all of a sudden for a year and a half, now you're going to put him at one of the best positions in the National Football League as head coaching. You had to know that there would be growing pains. Law, stop hitting us with the brick of truth, but it is the truth. Law, do you have any more information on that? Yes, I have more information on that. Yeah.
Want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
Shortcut to success. Kellen Moore is right in our face. Last year was his 3rd year ever calling plays. Right? And we wanted success early. We wanted Super Bowl. We want to win the championship. Newsflash, it's not going to happen that easily. I recall I talked to my guy Louis T. He's a diehard Washington Commander fan. And I asked him, I said, what would you do to have Sean McVay back in the building or Kyle Shanahan back in the building. He said he would get rid of all of his coaches, right? But they had to go through their growing pains. How they coach now is not how they coached back then. But what we try to do, Cowboy Nation, we try to bypass all of that and say, okay, Kellen Moore is the next greatest thing since sliced bread. Kellen Moore is the next Sean McVay. He didn't get it out of the mud like Sean McVay. He's not getting it out of the mud like the guy Kyle Shanahan. It sounds good on paper that you got a guy, a young phenom, the wonder boy. Oh, my goodness, he can craft up plays. The dude is awesome. But you can't skip the growing pains. You can't skip the growing pains. Ain't that's right? I'm going to try my guy Mike once again. Mike, you live.
Muted.
Yo, what's going on, Lord? What's going on?
Nothing to it, Chief.
Nothing to it, G.
Hey, you got me on reverb, man. Turn the radio down.
Turn the radio down.
Oh. Is this better?
Yeah. Sound like a ventriloquist in 1 second. Yeah, what's good with you, man?
Nothing much. Thanks for the early show, man. Thanks
Yeah,
for the early
early.
show out this month.
No, you sound like you still got sleep in the eye, man. You waking up like, I still hear
you know
myself
what I
twice,
did?
man. Come on, man. Get me down, man.
No, I stayed up last night. I was on the grill last night, man. I was just up grilling for no reason out this mud. I was just like, F it. You know,
Got some rib,
you know what I'm
got some
saying?
rib tips. You know, got everything
Nah,
over
I
there, man.
grilled some. Exactly. I had the chicken on that joint, the burgers on that joint, sausage on that joint, and then I just grilled for me and the lady some steak. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Man,
that
what you
joint
have for
was
this show, man, so I can get some rest, man. What you got, man? Go ahead.
So freaking as far as Tyler Smith go, I think we can go ahead and trust him. Will McClay, he has a pretty good eye for talent when it comes to these offensive linemen. Travis Frederick, he wasn't the most popular pick. I remember everybody hated that pick when that pick came out. But he ended up, to me, he was the best center in the league. He had our line definitely moving as one unit that entire time, man. And I was listening to one of the callers, and they brought up Doug Free, man. And I was just like, Lord, man, that was some nostalgia right there. Because I was just living in the past, like when I used to just be sitting there just yelling at the TV, because it seemed like every time a big play happened, Doug Free get a holding call out this month. And I was just like, and I was thinking to myself, like, dog, all these O-line problems that we got this year that we don't know about, the unknowns that we don't know about, we probably be begging for Doug Free to be on this team right now. Like, Doug, come on back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing we know, if Doug showed up to play, that boy ain't care, man. That boy is always putting a hat on somebody. That's one thing I do like about Doug. But it was just like, whenever Romo or Dak get that big play, it'd be like, what was he, 68? I think he was 68, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but people give Doug Free hate, but in 2015, he only allowed 1 sack, right? And then in 2014, he only allowed 3 sacks. Doug Free was pretty good, but he just have a penitent magnum.
Doug Free was good.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
Doug Free was good.
Not great, but he was good, but not great.
and he just felt like he just needed to retire out of nowhere. I said, Doug, you can't retire when you get good, man. Like, no, I would have made him stay. Hell no.
No doubt,
Doug,
Mike.
You ain't going nowhere.
No
man.
doubt, Mike. Get one more thing out, man, before I let you go, man.
All right, so speaking of that year, the only thing y'all could be mad at Dak Prescott for, all right, is coming on too early. That's the only thing. My man came on he came on early because that was our Super Bowl year. I do believe that when Dak took over rookie, because Romo, he was on a different level, and that O-line was just blocking at a whole different intensity. And then our defense was on that year too. And going toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers, Tony Romo with Aaron Rodgers, again, I think Romo would have got him this time. I just think Dak was a little young. That's all it was. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, man. I appreciate you, man, so much for calling in, Mike. Let me hear you say it before you let you go, man. Don't burn the
How
meat.
about
Flip
them
it.
Cowboys,
Flip the
man?
meat, man. Flip it. It's smoking, man. Appreciate you, bro. That's Mike, man. Sure.
Dracarys.
Hey, Dracarys, the meat over there. The meat, man. All right, man. Look, I got Coach Jay. You was in here, but then you ran off. So call back, Coach Jay. I wanted to hear your thoughts, man. But with that being said, Cowboy Nation, it is what it is. Let me let the 910 get in. Get some 910. You live.
Hey, what's going on, Lord? We talk a lot.
Yeah, nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me, man.
Hey, man.
Who this is anyway? Who this is? My bad. Who this is?
Oh, let me just explain. On IG, I go by DJ Slick with it.
Slick with it. Let me save you in here, man. Let me see. Because I talk to so many people, man. Slick with it.
Yeah, we talk about good. We talk a good while.
Okay.
But I just wanted to piggyback on a couple calls ago when Buddy was like, we good with Tyler Smith. I can honestly say we are. You think about how Dallas moves in general,
right?
The Will McClay show. You know what I'm saying? You can't even name 6 free agents on our team. So at some point as a Dallas Cowboy fan, you're going to have to just sit back and say, I trust Jerry, and I have no choice but to trust him. We may not want to.
Yep.
But you got to look at it and say, hey, CeeDee Lamb came in, no problem. Tyler Biadasz, he wasn't even a first rounder, second rounder, third rounder. You know, we're looking at all these players that came in, and they're all our players. These are all our guys that we drafted. So when you look at that, you have no choice but to say, we're not a free agent team. Let's enjoy the people we had. Picking up Peters was nothing but a plus.
I get
and
you.
I think we did that. I think we as a fan base pushed that. Because if it was up to the Jerry Joneses, which they still had to say so to say, we could sit back on it. But if it was up to the Jerry Joneses, we was a fan base that was okay with what we have, we would be sticking with what we got. We wouldn't even have never got Jason Peters if Tyron Smith went down. If he'd have went down week 3, we'd have been screwed. We'd have been trying to grab for air. So, I mean, long story short, we got the depth.
Right.
We have the team defense. We had the defense that we've been looking for years. So, I mean, at this point, like you said a couple shows ago, name me one person on that O-line for Joe Flacco when he won that Super Bowl. You know? And that makes sense when you look at it. We got to win as a collective team, and that goes from coaching down. You know, and that's really all I got to say on it. I'm not really big on Jason Peters. I mean, yeah, he's a solid Pro Bowler.
Solid,
but he's an Eagle fan. He's an Eagle. Yeah, he's an Eagle. So I really don't care too much for him anyway. So, I mean, that's why I call him a plus.
Okay.
But, yeah, man, I just wanted to go ahead and put that input in there, man. And how about them Cowboys?
All day, Slick with it, man. Appreciate you. That's a good call from Slick, man.
It.
All right, Slick. Appreciate you, man. Hey, he's spitting some good stuff over there, Cowboy Nation. I like it. All right, so those were our choices, right? You pull upon someone like him to help out a veteran guy. But if the Cowboys really want to get in tune with everything, they would see what Collins can do too. Vontae Collins, by the way. But there goes to show you, don't cut your nose off to spite your face, right? For $10 million, it's better. Look, it's better to have than to have not, right? So we got rid of La'el Collins for peanuts, and now we were scrambling a little bit. It would have been better to have La'el Collins with that type of contract that we had, right? But that's hindsight, which is 2020, right? But somebody got to have the foresight to look at this and say, all right, I'm not finna get rid of one of my assets for money that I'm not accustomed to using my money to get something back in return. That's the reality of it. I said one of the bigger moves that the Cowboys should have done was to not predesignate cut La'el Collins, right? To allow the draft to come around, and then you can leverage La'el Collins, right? because if I'm mistaken, y'all help me out. Did the draft happen before June or after June? Y'all let me know. Did the draft happen before June or after June? Because you could have literally held all of those teams' feet to the fire who really looking at a tackle and leverage that to say, okay, I will be willing to give you my tackle for remunerations. Like, let's say a second round, a first round, who knows? We've seen crazier deals get done. And the Cincinnati Bengals, after the first day of the draft, they could have said, you know what, we still need a right tackle. We still need a left tackle, or we still need a guard. Cowboys, how much you guys be willing to trade us Lyle Collins for, right? And we could have had all of those deals put into place, and we couldn't have been circumvented just for money, because we're not a team that goes into the bag to spend our money. We're not. But it is what it is. Let me let some more callers in. Lady Jessica, you're live.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's up, Wild Nation?
Good
and
morning.
everybody, happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor
What's
Day.
up with all this negativity? Talk, people. What is y'all keep talking about the past? The past is what it is, the past. We saw our future. We saw our future during preseason. Yes, those preseason boys, they got picked. They got picked for what? A reason. Because they got out there and they balled in preseason. You think these boys going to come up here and play pity pad with y'all? No. These boys coming up here to get with all that. We already had vets that was on fire. So what do you think this team finna be? This team ain't washed up. This team is on fire, baby. We finna ball. You people better get up out of here with this negativity talk. We ain't on the negativity, and they gonna be 1-0, not no 0-1. Who is all of this trash people up in this comment? Get up out of here. It's PBO, baby. This is PBO.
Yes,
Let me
indeed.
tell you something. Thomas Hills was out there mushing, baby, and he was pushing, and he was using footwork. What are you talking? Sam Williams was out there. He grabbed the hold to the center man and the quarterback at the same time and took them both to the ground. Do you think this boy's finna come and play pity pad? What is wrong with you people? Get out of here. It's too early in the morning for all of this negativity. And you saw it. This is a Dallas Cowboys, not a Houston Texans chat.
Gotta throw a party for my day
We don't
ones.
have time for you or none of the Eagles, Seagulls fans. Why are you here? This is a Dallas Cowboy Nation live. Get up out of here. Law, this team is on fire. One team, one sound, working together as one, and they're going to go out there and give Tom Brady and Tampa Bay a run for their money. We nearly beat them. What are you wrong with you? They beat us by 1 point last year. Are you crazy?
Man.
Stop living in the past, people. This is the future. This is not Troy Aikman. This is Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboy team. So you're either with them or you're not. Peace out. Have a blessed day. How about them Cowboys?
Woo! Woo! She said,
No, 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 no.
man, hallelujah, baby. If you didn't go to church yesterday, baby, she took you to church today. That's the gospel right here, baby. That lady Jessica, man. Hey, man. Well, hey. I know the hairs on the back of y'all neck stood up, baby. I don't know. Look, we can shut the phone lines down now, man, because, hey, man, you Lady Jessica, man. Hey, y'all can send tithes and offerings, man, to the Law Nation Sports Cash App, man. That's Laws Nations. Y'all can just send it right over here for that beautiful sermon by Lady Jessica. Lady, baby. God, dog, boy. Hey, she was with that today, man. Look, y'all better lock in because she ain't playing around with it, man.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
She ready, man. She ready, man. I feel revived, man. I feel crunk with it, man. I feel good with it. Ain't that right? The Lunatic 956, you in the mix.
Law, I didn't go to church yesterday, but I think I got blessed right now by Jessica.
Yes,
Good
indeed.
morning, buenos dias, Cowboys Nation.
Yes, indeed, man. What you got for it? They said keep passing the collection plate. That's the collection plate right there. Keep going with it. The Lunatic, what you got?
I just got out of work. I'm driving home, about to lay my head on the pillow, got the alert. Yes, it was expected about Jason Peters.
Right.
The morning was looking better. Got another alert that you were going live. The morning is looking better. Now, do you have your book of law? Because I was unable to call in yesterday afternoon.
I got
need
it right here.
For you to write this down.
Woo, I'm ready.
Now, need I remind you, last year at Tampa Bay, against, at that time, the defending Super Bowl champions, we won the turnover battle. 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. They only had 1 interception off a CD tip ball. We won the time of possession by 9 minutes. We had fewer penalties than them. We had 8, they had 11. So, if it weren't for Legatron and Bones, the talk last year would have been how the Dallas Cowboys defeated the defending Super Bowl champions on the field that they won that Lombardi.
Yeah.
Now they're coming to AT&T. Now they're coming to our house. We have questions because we had an injury. We knew 77 was going to go down. We didn't expect it to be so damn early.
Right.
Luckily, it happened early. Options are available. We had 2 weeks. We said, hey, we're going to move Tyler Smith, our future left tackle there. And now you said, what's the X factor?
Yeah, X factor.
12 personnel. Where Kellen Moore knows we're going to help him. And we're going to put those linebackers, see if they're going to play the run or defend our tight ends. So 12 personnel. We're going to have those long drives, scoring drives. We're going to make Tom Brady a spectator, just like you do. How do you beat Pat Mahomes? You keep him on the sidelines with long scoring drives. Can we do it? Yes. 12 personnel. Kellen Moore feels comfortable out of that. He is early in the season when he is better. Then defenses adjust. Then we find out he doesn't have a plan B or C. So, yes, fans, you can say, oh, they have to prove it to me. They have to do this and that. That's fine because we still got Dak. We don't have, Carson Wentz, Mr. 3-time traded in 3 years. We don't have Daniel Jones, who got his GM fired over there with the midgets. And we don't have Hurts, who is going to hurt his team. We have the best quarterback in the NFC East. That's why we're going to get into the playoffs because the easiest way to get into the playoffs, win your division.
Win your division.
And it's going to be another statement game. So write it down here, Law. We get a low-scoring game. Our defense, our interior rush with Micah, A and B rushes all night. Don't waste them on the edge. Tom Brady will get that ball out of there. He led the NFL in pass attempts last year. Their offensive line allowed the fewest sacks. This is not the same offensive line. They got issues. We got problems to expose those issues. We got Dalton Schultz. They don't have Gronk. We got our AB, who had his best career. They lost their AB, who roasted our 30 at that time. So it's not like,
so what you got for the score, the Lunatic? He got my pad out. I got my pad out. I got the tablet. But what you got? What you got?
Low scoring, but a win is a win. Dallas 21, Tampa Bay 17. It's Tom Brady's turn to tell Dak, we'll see each other again at home. That's right. So Cowboys Nation, if you're old enough to remember he said, all I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Y para la gente que entiende hispano, recuerda, puro pinche Cowboys. Law, keep grinding. Thank you very much. Let's go week 1.
Yes, let's go, baby. That's my guy, the lunatic. Yes, Alida La Raza. Come on, let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, so that's my guy, the lunatic. I got him down in the book of law, 21-17. I can't wait to see this thing happen. Let's go. I know this guy going to bring some energy. He going to bring a lot to the table. There are people that's waiting in line. But then there are people that don't have to wait in line because he's the VIP from the 860. You're live. Here you go. You're live.
Lord VIP, baby. Lord, first of all, tell Miss Jessica I'm sending some hearts out to her. I love to see a queen with that good energy that take you to the altar.
Yeah.
If you didn't make it to the altar Sunday,
yeah,
she just took me to the altar. So I'm here to help her. At being the lead usher that I am, Mr. VIP usher, I'm going to help usher some of y'all to the sun that we call faith.
Right,
All right. I need y'all to get a big cup of faith, not Kool-Aid. This is faith with foresight. All right? I know foresight is a big word in the morning for some of y'all. But foresight is a vision that my boy Joseph had. You know, we're going to go to the scripture a little bit. Because even Joseph was hated by his brothers for just having a vision. They wanted to kill him and slay. They tried to slay him. They sold him off just for having a vision. That vision that he had, what he was going to be in a position to help his family. That's the same vision that Jerry had. Jerry said, well, when I bought these boys, they were down in the dirt. Now I have revived my Cowboys. I have gave them heart to heart. Now he's bringing them back. Jerry said, look, man, my old philosophy didn't work. While I was spinning. So I'm going to let my son penny pinch until we get to the point where we don't have to do this anymore. Now we have set our GM. I know we don't really have a GM, but I'm giving our GM role to our boy that's our scout. Our scout is our GM. So Will has taken that GM role silently and put us in a position where you have to understand all of our young boys are ready for this game right here.
Right here. Bring it. That's what they gotta do.
DQ has set all season brewing this cup up of whoop ass for my boy Tom Brady.
Right.
So the GOAT will be Curry GOAT after this game. I predict a 42-13 game.
Oh wow! Hold on. Let me put this down. Let me see. And this VIP 42 to who?
To 13.
God dog. All right, 42-13.
That's right. I'm predicting 5 sacks and 2 picks.
Yee. 5 sacks and 2 picks.
And one turn up, turn the game around play. So whether that's on offense, defense, or whether they're going to have to kick to them. We're gonna make them go. You have to realize our defense is our strength. So they're going to eventually have to be dumb enough to forget that he's back there. They're going to kick it to him at least one time.
Ooh, wow, man. Hey, 42-13 VIP. Let everybody know again, man, what's on your mind and what's on your heart, man.
Lord, what's on my mind and on my heart is my Cowboy Nation, and I'm going to need all of you naysayers, all of you. You know, there's a lot of people that only like the people that get off the bus. They see people that get off the bus, and I know my coach used to say that. Yeah, Lovey, all you big guys, we want you guys to get off the bus first because you intimidate the naysayers, the people that are scared on the other team. So they used to put this big dude, Big Wally. Wally's like 400 pounds, couldn't play a lick. He was like 6'7". Man, he was scared of his shadow. But he get off the bus would tilt. And he would intimidate the other team. Shoulder pads looked so small on him. He looked like he was a giant in sheep's clothing.
Wow.
But guess what? He got off that bus He said he just got off the bus and walked to the other locker room, and he shook up the other team. That's what's happening to some of our Cowboy fans. Our Cowboy fans are living in PTSD, where they've been traumatized for the last 27 years, but they haven't gotten out of that glory hole like Jerry talking about.
No doubt.
You know, we lived some of that 90s glory hole, so we had to take some glory hole.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you. But appreciate you, VIP. Thank you so much, man, for bringing us some of that good passion, man. Appreciate you, fam.
You know what it is, Law? How about them Cowboys? Let's go, Law. Let's get some glory hole, baby.
That's your Jerry. Jerry better be passing that glory hole all around everywhere. All right, man, for the people that's here, man, that's watching, man, be sure to smash that like button and share this content. That's the #1 goal for right now. If you guys can all pause what you're doing, and because my mods done already let me know that you guys have not been doing that, so come on, man. You know, I could be eating me some good baked beans right about now. Oh, it's too early right now.
Shame.
But I could be getting me some good breakfast right now, man. But, hey, we have to talk about this good stuff. I went and put on my uniform. I put my headband on. Let me find me a Cowboy shirt. And I put on my Cowboy shirt. I don't even have the hoodie on right now. But I got my headband and my Dallas Cowboys shirt. I had to go put on the uniform to talk to you guys right now. So I appreciate you, man. Look, I pay you guys in time. I just want you guys to pay me back in loyalty. That's all I'm asking for. I ain't asking for no dollars. I ain't asking for nothing else but just hitting that like button and sharing this thing. I ain't too proud to beg, but if you guys sitting here watching and y'all ain't doing that, come on, man.
Shame.
What's wrong with y'all,
Shame.
man?
Shame.
Shout out to my guy, Young Wilson, man. What happened? Let me make sure. What happened to my guy, Young Wilson, man? Hold on. Let me. Oh, hold on. My bad. Here we go, Young Wilson. My bad. Here you go. You're a mod now. My bad. My bad. You should be able to talk now, man, after 300 seconds. All right, Coach Marv, you're live. It's the good coach right here. My bad, Young Wilson. I didn't mean to ban you, Young Wilson, but he's there back. We're good. What's good, Coach?
Man, listen, man. Lady Jessica got me fired up. Listen, man. I'm glad we got Peters in the fold. Wonder who we gonna cut. Got to get rid of somebody. But I'm so happy that Peters in the fold. He's gonna help us out a whole lot. And man, listen, man. Mm-hmm. Without Peters, we got a good football team.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people hear me, point out some things that how, I don't like things, how they handle stuff, and I point out about how I don't think how we hadn't been working this, how we can get better. But I have never said that we didn't have a good football team.
Right.
And I think the pundits out there know that we got a good football team, and they try to throw all the sand on the fire because this team was 12-5, and I'm one of the ones that always say that every season is a different season. But we have a building block of a 12-5 season last year with a lot of adversity, and we came through that adversity and we played well, and we have a young team that has a lot of talent. I'd like to give a shout out to the landlord. I watched a video of his earlier today talking about Jalen Tolbert. Was he a disappointment in the preseason or a fact of fiction? And man, looking at his breakdown of the all 22 passes, man, Jalen Tolbert wide open many a plays. So, but you just had bad quarterbacks. So, I'm not concerned about the receiving core. I'm not concerned about this offensive line. Hard play actions is going to keep Tyler Smith in a good light, but we got to run hard play actions and keep these guys on their toes and be physical. Mm-hmm. And this defense is going to turn up we're gonna have a good team. I'm not even worried about beating if the game in Tampa is an important game because it's the first game of the season. We all gonna be fired up. But like you always say, Law, I want to peak. I want to progressively get better and better as a football team. I don't want to go out there and stink up the place, but I want to go out there and give a good, solid performance to get better and better and better because the end result is what we all are hoping for. This young team is going to come along. We are the best team in the NFC East,
right?
And I believe we in the top two to three teams in the NFC all together. This talent is good on this team. We got enough talent on this team. Now it's beholden to the coaches to put the meal together. All the groceries are in the refrigerator now. Now it's time for these coaches to get together, put their meal plan together, season it up right, and prepare the meal that's going to last for 20 weeks. And that's what we need. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate Cowboy Nation. We're going to be ready come next Sunday night.
Yes, indeed, man. I can't wait, man. I'm hasting. I can't wait till that day happened, Coach Marv. I really appreciate you so much for your words, man. Yes, indeed.
Physical. Let's be physical, brother.
Yes, indeed. Appreciate you, Coach Marv. It's Coach Marv, y'all. Put your hands together for Coach Marv. Let me tell y'all something, man. Coach always brings in a good perspective, his balance, man. And trust me, no one wants to win the game more than Coach, man. I could tell because it comes from a coaching aspect of it when we lose. And he will call in and he'd be like, hey, Law, he'd give me the full stuff. And I'd be like, I ain't listening to you, Coach. But Coach B telling the truth, man. And that's my guy, Coach Marv. Always, man, delivering good stuff, Cowboy Nation. All right, with that being said, be sure you guys hit that like, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. This team is still a young team. This team still got many ways that they got to go. And this team, look, you do not, write this down. You do not want to peak in September, October. You don't want to peak in these first 2 months. You really want to craft your skill set and get it to the level whereas everybody is on the same page. All of the rhythm is together. But you do not want to peak now. It's way too soon to be thinking about peaking in September. Now, these first 2 games, they're very important. They're very important because if you want momentum, but you definitely don't want to peak. I got the 580. You're live.
What's up, Law Nation? How you doing, brother?
I'm chilling, Chief. Talk to me.
True, man. I just wanted to come say, you got the Book of Law out, right? I didn't get to call in yesterday and give you my number.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
All right. Cowboys 31, Tampa Bay 21.
What's your name? Kevin.
Or DC for life 0404.
Hold on, let me save this in there. Let me save this in here on the phone line too, just in case, because I don't want nobody to be running when we don't hit these numbers. I'm just playing with you. Kelvin, DC for life. I got you.
And then I just got to vent with you, Law. I got some fake ass Cowboy fans in my fantasy football league at work.
Okay.
And man, there's an Eagles fan in there, and he's talking all this mad crap that they're going to the Super Bowl again this year, and
everybody
giving us Cowboy
now.
shit. Mm-hmm. And what these fake ass Cowboy fans do, they jump on his side. I'm like, y'all a bunch of freaking closet Eagle fans. You need to just go ahead and come out and start singing "Fly Eagles Fly."
The Monty crew.
We ain't supposed to be jumping on each other. You ain't supposed to be ganging up with the Eagles fan, especially.
Right,
I told him, you ain't got no loyalty for shit.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, well, if you brought facts and everything, well, here's some facts for you. Okay, Eagles fans want to always throw that they have more playoff wins than the Cowboys. Right. What did that get them? One Super Bowl?
One Super Bowl.
And it took them only 50 years to get one.
Yeah.
I mean, because we all know championships don't count.
Yeah.
I don't count them, at least.
Yeah, those.
But
yeah. I appreciate you, Kevin, man. I appreciate it. But let me hear you say it, man, before I let you roll, man. Let me hear you say it, man.
How about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed. I got them down. All right, so here's the philosophy and everything of it. My guy says 31-21. He's in the fantasy group, man, and then he got a lot of fickle Cowboy fans. I know, man. When you go to your local barbershops and the Eagles fans are all up in there and they talking, they chirping, and you by yourself, and then all of a sudden you snatch off your blue and then you put on your green, and you say, man, I was a diehard Eagle fan too, And then I get it. Some people are like that. Whereas me, it could be 50,000 Eagles fans in the barbershop. I'm still talking. They can't discount what we done did. And even if they want to count the championships that they won in 1930 and 1928 and all of that stuff, they can count those. But it still don't equate to 5. That's my whole argument with the Eagles. We was born in 1960. We the youngest team in the NFC East. And if somehow all of those guys are still looking up, we've been on a vacation mode for 27 years and they still looking up. And if they talk about more playoff wins since, collectively they still haven't caught up with more playoff wins. You know what I'm saying? Than the Cowboys. But I get it. Look. I get it. In trash talking, if you don't have the skin for it, you tend to fold, right? And that's what happened to some of the Cowboy fans. They hear that and they get to run. And I say, hey, man, they ain't even shot yet. And then the dude miss and they still worried. Don't be worried about a thing, because every little thing gonna be all right. Don't y'all be worrying over here. Y'all got me over here. All right, from the 704, what you got?
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on, Law?
What's good with you, man? Come on, what you got, man? Come on, bring it.
I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna bring it in. First off, what Miss Jessica said, I agree with her. And before I even get into that, big shout out to you, Tyson, boss. Y'all the 3 top Cowboy bloggers that I follow, hands down. Regardless.
Appreciate it.
Secondly, yeah, sign it along.
I got
you. Listen. Hey. As a football player and you can admit to this, from the time we played for Pee Wee up to even college or even semi, even if you make it to professional level. Hey, listen, you play the game to win the ring. I don't care what you say.
Right.
You play the game to win the ring. Hey, listen, I'm 33 years old. Hey, ask me this question. When was the last time we went to the Super Bowl?
96, 95, 96 year, yeah.
95, 96?
They'll put you at
I was six going on 7 years old.
Yep.
And I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen my team in the Super Bowl since. And it frustrates me because I love my team.
Yep.
I do.
Yep.
But for my older Cowboy fans, the new Cowboy, we not playing it. We want a ring now. I'm a grown man. I ain't seen my team celebrate a Lombardi Trophy yet.
Yeah.
I have an issue with that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, some of these other callers, they stated facts that's well and true. I believe last season we were stacked so heavily, the most heavily that I've seen it in quite some time. From defense, offense, first string, second string, on both sides of the ball. And we still got bounced out in the first round.
Yeah.
That didn't sit well with me. We should have mentally, as a football player, we should have won that game. I'm just going to be honestly, truthfully. We shouldn't have lost. Now, I mean, people gonna say what they want to. It is what it is. But when it comes to the Cowboys, man, we have been a laughing stock for so long, bro. It's ridiculous.
Let them laugh, man. Let them laugh, man. Because hey, as faithful and as loyal as we are, man, we could be wandering in the desert for 40 years. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to lose sight of what we believe in. That's the whole point of belief. Even though it may seem grim, even though the lights may not seem as if though they're bright enough for the future, right? But this is what we do. We still root for our team. We can get mad, we can get angry and upset, but dog it, we still, week one, we know that there's an opportunity. We know that there's a chance. So that's how I look at it. So even though you're 33 years of living on this dimension, right? Living in this time, it is what it is because how good it will be the day we lift up that Lombardi trophy and you can look back at all of your people and say, I never wavered. I never shaken. No, I never got shook. I stood with my team through the thick of it. I got this, baby. So that's how I look at it, man. So what you got down for the score prediction week 1? I'm going to go and get you up out of here, though. But what you got for the score prediction week 1? What you got for the score prediction week 1?
Man,
Come on.
For the home game, I'll throw it out there, man.
Throw it out there.
I say Cowboys 27, Tampa Bay 17.
There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. What's your name, fam, so I can put you down?
Hey, man, my name Will, man, from the Carolinas, man. But I'm now living in Texas, so I don't have to fly to no more games. I can drive. I'll be at Arlington. First game 1, man. So hyped, so turned up, man. We're going to have a ball.
Will, do me a favor, man. We got an event, man. We got some guys that's going to be at the event. We even got a Hall of Famer that's going to be at the event. Cowboys Experience. Check that out, man. I know you've been hearing me talking about that. We do that the day before the game, so I can't wait to see you in person, Will. Can't wait to see you, fam.
All right, man. Hey, everybody be blessed, man. Have a happy, safe Memorial Day. Let's go, Cowboys!
Let's go, man. Somebody get them devil eggs ready for me, baby. You know, I can't wait to eat some of those devil eggs. Somebody y'all send it out to my address, baby. Will, man, Will. You know, I don't want, look, the good thing about this, Cowboy Nation, I'm not looking for people that's lukewarm with this team. I'm not looking for people that got half heart, you know, not even the good man, you know, want somebody to be lukewarm. I want you to be all in for these Cowboys. I don't want you to be tiptoeing around. You know, that's what I want you guys to be on fire for this Cowboys team heading into the 2022 season. And even if it's a detriment or even if it's a horrible situation, I want y'all to still stand tall with it. Ain't that right? I want y'all to be folding up like a wallet or a lawn chairs. You know what I'm saying? Look, there's other teams out there that been in major droughts. Hey, let me read this out. The Cardinals, 75 years. According to most fans, there should not be no Cardinals fans out there. According to most fans, the 65 years of the Lions, there should be no Lion fans. There should not be no Charger fans. Do y'all see the Cowboys' name on this list? No. 48 years, but I can tell you, pundits, the critics that root for those teams, that push out narratives about those teams, they will sit here and tell you that those teams on this screen is better than the Cowboys, but they are not. They've been waiting forever, right? You can listen to the Bills, man, 62 years. I believe they lost to every team in the NFC East in the Super Bowl minus the Eagles. Right? The Falcons, 57 years. Don't be listening to the outside noise. You got me right here. Cowboy Nation, let's go. I got my guy, JT, you live.
What's good, man?
Nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me, man.
Hey, man. So, just to give you the heads up, I'm a little bit tired, Law, but I feel you on that, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look, in all seriousness, though, man, like, I do believe in this Cowboy team, Law. This has the makings of something special.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just think especially Michael Parsons, man. Like, I'm seeing a young legend in his infancy, Law. What about you?
I think, Michael Parsons is a legend in the make it right now. You know, he got all of the promises as far as height, speed, the ability to play linebacker and on the edge. I think that he's a weapon and a half for us, man.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a throwback, bro. Do you remember Manny Lawson?
Mm-hmm.
He kind of reminds me. Michael Parsons kind of reminds me of what Manny Lawson would have been if he would have maxed out his potential.
Oh wow! I was looking at Parsons more of a more athletic Von Miller. I was looking at Parsons as You see how Von Miller? I think that Parsons is a more athletic Von Miller who's playing on this team as a linebacker, not as an outside linebacker on the 3-4 defense that runs to the quarterback. But I feel you though on Lawson.
Okay, so Von, I feel you on that. Like I think. I was going to say Alden Smith, but Alden Smith's actually a little bit bigger than Michael, though. So I get you, though.
No, Alden Smith. Von Miller.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, You said Bond. That's what I was saying. Like my first thought was actually more so Alden Smith, but I remember Alden Smith was actually a big dude. So
Yeah.
But yeah, here's another question, Boss. So, what do you think about the prospect? Because I brought this up actually, and I don't know if this would happen. But what do you think about the prospect of later on in the season we trade Tyron Smith to Cincinnati to get Tyler Boyd?
They won't trade an injured player, and I think that.
No, I'm saying when he gets healthy.
No. They won't do that. The Cowboys, Tyron Smith is gonna retire just like Thor's father, in the movie Thor Ragnarok, when he just walked off and disappeared into the sunset and vanished. That's how he's gonna go off. Same with Tony Romo. He never retired, right? They just kind of gave him his walking papers and said, "Hey, man, we love you, man. We got something else in store for you." Travis Frederick, right. He just disappeared. Of course, he put in his retirement thing. But those guys, when you've been in the Cowboys and you're in a certain sector with the Cowboys, you just don't retire. You just go disappear. And I think that's what's going to happen with my guy Tyron. Yeah. He's not going to play with another team.
It's likely not going to happen. I just threw that out there just because everybody's talking about how we need a receiver. And really the deepest team in the league from that position is Cincinnati. So you could just take the third guy for because they'll still have Chase and Higgins to ball out with, Lon.
Yeah. True that.
Yep.
Shoot. I got no other rebuttal for that,
But yeah, one other thing I will say, because we seem like, and this is not new, but we seem like the most polarizing team in the media, where you've got guys, like for example, we have guys like Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp that just, man, look, if we literally sneeze in a church, we'll get criticized, Lon. Like, that's how bad it is with them.
Man, that's what it is, man. They know what sell tickets. They know what get views and click rates. So they're going to talk about the 4-letter network, the 3-letter network going to talk about the Cowboys. There's no escaping that. If I was an alien from another galaxy, I would thought that the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. They don't talk about the L.A. Rams, the Cincinnati, the Kansas City Chiefs. They only talk about the Cowboys. The only reason why they talk about the Eagles to bring up the Cowboys.
Yeah. And you know what's weird? The thing about it is, like, they rarely – the team that I thought they would talk about a little bit more is the Packers, just because, like, Aaron Rodgers is a very polarizing quarterback, but they don't really talk about him on that much.
Hey, man,
That's what's weird about it.
There's only about 63, 70 people in Green Bay, and those are the people that play for the team. There's nobody in Wisconsin's over there in that area, so they don't get the views. So it's not important to talk about Green Bay, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah, and one other thing, and there actually is a funny kind of like narrative going around. People really, and I don't know why, even Dallas Cowboy fans like Skip Bayless seem to be very, very down on Dak Prescott, and I don't understand it. Like, look, like, and again, I know like we're big on Dak, but like. Why does it feel like some Dallas Cowboy fans have started to turn on Dak?
Well, if you hear it long enough, if you hear all of that stuff long enough about how bad a person is, the Mandela effect will be put into place, and people will perceive that Dak Prescott been here for 27 years, right? So everything becomes the quarterback fault. And I get it. That's just how this world works. So it's horrible for Dak Prescott to get the blame for most of these things, and no one else is getting these type of share of blames. Like, for example, Justin Herbert, right? He's the best thing since sliced bread. But if you put Dak Prescott in that same situation of circumstances, they would say, well, he's the quarterback for that team. He can't take the team to the playoff, right? I don't care about those numbers. Those are garbage time or garbage stat numbers, because those numbers are not really valid, right? For to throw 5,000 yards and still not get into the playoff. That would be the narrative. But it don't fit Justin Herbert right? The same guy that we faced week 2, who he literally threw 3 interceptions, 2 fumbles, but it don't fit that narrative of them sullying or denigrating the young quarterback because he's young. So, but it do fit the narrative of the Cowboys. So that's just how it is, man. Unfortunately for the Cowboys, we're going to always be viewed differently.
Yeah, and speaking of that, and that's the funny thing. Like, and you probably noticed this, but like, and again, I'm not trying to call anybody outlaw. Let's put that on Front Street first of all. There is a polarization of like certain fans. When Romo played with Dallas, like people hated him, and now it's like it swung all the way the other way, and like people love him. Like you notice that too, right, Law?
Yeah. That's what I call also. That's part of the Mandela effect, right? No one remembered the 3 back-to-back seasons, 8-8, when you in the playoff, right? No one remember the time that we put up 50-some points or 500 yards and we still lost that game. No one remember those things, game. The Denver game or, I would go to my grave saying that if this team were to keep Bill Parcells as the head coach, of course, he walked away from the deal. There was a Super Bowl or so in there, let's go with coaching.
I completely agree because I remember. Because I've been watching the Cowboys for a while. I remember that 06 game against the defending conference champion Seahawks.
Right.
Man, we had that game won. We had people forget. We actually played very well in that game against the Seahawks. Like that was a game in which I think we were actually trailing for a lot of that game, and we basically roared back. Yeah. That was a very good Seattle team that we played against well. Like that season, and then that was actually a young Cowboys team. Like that Cowboys team, I think a lot of people knew coming into 2007 that Cowboys team was going to be really good because how we played against Seattle, who basically, like I said, who had won the conference the year before. I think people started to sense like, okay, this is a team going places, Long. Like they just needed to grow and have Bill Parcells basically push them in the right direction, Long. But he decided to walk away, so that's basically what it is, Long.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you so much, man. My guy. Appreciate you, fam.
Hey,
JT.
Law Nation, stand up, man.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy, JT, man. Always bringing some good stuff. And I'm going to read some of the super chats. Appreciate everybody for tuning in with this. Appreciate you, Mr. Wright. And then we'll let Queen on in a few. So hold on. Mr. Wright, Antoine Myers says 17-10. I'm going to write that down. Well, I don't have to write that down. I'm going to remember that in the book of law. We're coming in this thing cold. Dak needs to warm up games. He should have played in a drive or so. Fans stop the damn hate on Tyron Smith. You right, man. Yeah, Tyron Smith, man. Yeah, he's the guy. Black 4020 TV, 420 TV, Black 420 TV. On Skip Bayless podcast, he literally said when they set up the topics, if there's nothing to talk about, the first thing to go to is Dallas. Right. Look, I think there's an Eagles fan that, not a fan, but a player. I think Brandon Graham, somebody tagged me in a post, said he signed autograph F Dallas, right? And that lets you know when you are living rent-free in someone's head. Mr. Wright says, explain, Law, how does the 30th ranked offensive line, like the Bengals, last one make it to the big game? Was that luck? Is the O-line play becoming less of an issue, opposite playing like a puncher's chance? No. For everybody who like to go into the aspect of the Bengals being the 30th rank on the offensive line, we got to give credit to Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon had over 1,300 yards rushing, 13 touchdowns, I think north of 400 yards receiving, and not a word mentioning about the offensive line. If that's the case, if that offensive line is the worst in the NFL, hear me out, then what Joe Burrows did mixed in with what Joe Mixon did, those two are singly the best two combo in the National Football League. Joe Mixon got to be the number one running back in the National Football League, right or wrong, because I'm tired of people only looking at it. Hey, look what Joe Burrows did. Look what Joe Burrows did. And they dismiss or they discount what Jamar Chase as well as what Joe Mixon did. So with that being said, Joe Mixon, hands down, is the best running back in the National Football League. Right or wrong? Yes or no? Let me get that yes or no, because if Joe Burrows were able to do that behind a horrible offensive line, and Joe Mixon was able to get 13 touchdowns, 1,300 yards, plus 300 to 400 yards receiving, he got to be the best, hands down, running back in the National Football League. It shouldn't even come close, because you can't elevate just the quarterback and not elevate the other surrounding pieces when we have this offensive line talk. I'm tired of people discounting Joe Mixon then. If you are in the fantasy football, go ahead. That's 13 points, that 13 touchdowns that you guys left out, and all of those yards, y'all better draft Joe Mixon, because he got to be, if you do just the numbers alone by them having La'el Collins now, he for dog sure can get 2,000 yards and maybe 22 touchdowns. All right, too cool. Thank you for the donation too. Coach Marv, Law JSU opened the can yesterday. Yes, indeed, man. God goodness, man. Yeah, we don't run anymore, Mr. Wright. Antoine Myers, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, we don't run. Play calling in Cincinnati, Lee Stewart. I mean, they play calling was dope. You know, they figure out ways to get things out of the mud over there. But for them by far to have the worst offensive line and Joe Mixon still be one of the top running backs in the NFL, hey, look at who was the best running back last year? It was Jonathan, right? And he played for the Colts. What if Joe Mixon was on that team then? Woo! Yes, indeed. All right, we got a lady from the 910. She's your queen to be. Queen, you're live.
Yeah. Let me turn this video off.
I hit that note a little bit.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all?
Nothing to it. I know you up here crunk with it. What's good?
Yes, I am, baby. I got my 3 X factors because I didn't get to call into you yesterday.
Okay, I got you right here then. I'm going to put you, hold on, let me save a spot for you. Let me put a spot right here. Queen.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, good. I got you.
All right, I got my 3 X factors. It's Dak Prescott. Yeah. Dak Prescott. God damn it. Oh, Michael Parsons.
Parsons, okay.
Yeah, Michael Parsons.
All right.
And Turpentine.
Okay, turpentine for your mind, all right?
Turpentine for your mind. That's my 3.
Uh-huh.
And my prediction for the score is gonna be 24-17.
Ooh.
And what's gonna happen at the end, Brady gonna try to tie us with the 24, but Diggs is gonna get the interception.
Let me get this right. You said 20-17 or 24-17?
24.
24
to 17.
24.
24.
Okay, 24.
Because our defense is going to stop him. My defense is going to stop him from making all them daggone points.
Okay. 24-17. I got you, Quinn. I got y'all defense going to just get nasty with it.
Get nasty.
Yes,
real nasty.
indeed. Get nasty with it. That's what I want this defense to do for everybody who out there that don't know.
It's Mr. Nasty time.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
24-17. It's Mr. Nasty
They
time.
need to know. Our defense is nasty, baby.
Yes, indeed, lady. Yes,
All right, so I'm going to get off your line, Law Nation.
I appreciate you.
And all I have to say after that is let it hang, and how about them Cowboys?
Yeah. How about them Cowboys?
Are you not entertained?
Let's go. Let's get it. Let it hang, baby. That's the queen. I can't hit that note again, though. Shoot, she come in and she spit her mind out here all the time. Let me see. Shout out to the people that's on the Facebook. I didn't forget about you guys. Shout out to you, Andy Johnson, for the 99 stars. I appreciate you so much for your love and adulations to elevate the nation over here, because we're relevant over here to elevate the nation. That's what I really meant to say. Eastside Harold, appreciate you. He says Tom is undefeated against the Cowgirls. You know when people donate to hate, I love that too, You
must be out of your goddamn mind.
This is the time that Tom Brady is going to get defeated. He's going to come in here at 45, and he's going to want a Coke 45 when he get finished. Ain't this Rico Rodriguez on the Facebook with the 200 stars? Chad Clayton, appreciate you for the 50 stars. I appreciate that. Y'all do know when people attack you, when people hate and smear at you, that's really a compliment, right? Because you really won't do that to someone that's not glowing, someone that's not growing, someone that's not gaining, right? Nobody goes over there and talk noise to the Jaguars. I don't think nobody go over there and talk noise to the Jets. But people from other teams, they will come over here to talk noise to us because that's something. We got something that they want, right? So that's just what it is. Ice cold Coke 45. Yeah, do it every time, right? So he's 45 and he gonna be one a Coke 45. Ain't that right, man? My guy from the 910 UN, too cool for school.
Hey, Lo, what's good with you?
What's good with you?
Hey, so my prediction for the score is gonna be Dallas Cowboys 27, Tampa Bay 24.
Wait, okay, hold on. Let me. I got to flip it to the other page now. Too cool. Let me put this right here. Too cool. Appreciate you for the donation earlier. You said what was that score again?
Dallas Cowboys 27, Tampa Bay 24.
Somebody gonna hit on these numbers, man. I feel like that could be the number though. 27-24. All right. Who your 3 X factors? We're gonna go ahead and put that in then.
Now, my 3 X factors is this right here. Dak Prescott, the offensive line, Michael Parsons.
Dang, that's like it. Dak Prescott. Because people fail to realize with this offensive line, they was getting pushed week 1. Of course, it's preseason. They averaged 6.4 yards per push on most of those guys. And then week 2, they got pushed too. So Dak Prescott, offensive line, who was the third person? Parsons?
Michael Parsons.
Parsons, okay. So if this offensive line get pushed, we've been banging all offseason too cool that we got to get back to run, right? And there's nobody that was drafted in this draft that had a higher run block grade than Tyler Smith. I know that was college, but dog it, nobody in this draft was drafted with a higher run block grade than Tyler Smith. So let's run. You rerun the ball, shoot. Open up play action, shoot. That's gonna be crazy for us, man.
You know what's crazy though? I got my little notes up here. First note was the 27-24, and the second one was the Dallas Cowboys being young. See, everybody like that, the Rams. Everybody want to pay for a Super Bowl, right? But I'm a real Cowboy fan. I'm all about dynasty. That's why the Cowboys is America's team, because of the dynasty. With the young team that we got in place right now, we are looking for a dynasty. I don't want to win one down Super Bowl and then 3 years from now I can't win another one. Got to wait 25 years. I want to win 3 on back to back to back. I want to be the first one to done it in a long time since the Cowboys. My next thing is this though: the skill players, CD, Michael Parsons, Pollard, and Zeke. Those 4 right there. But on the offensive side of the ball, Pollard will have a breakout year. He will work. He will coexist with Zeke. Zeke will have a great year. And CD Lamb will be the number 1 receiver in the NFL this year. Yards and catches.
You with me? You remember my bold prediction with that, right? So you with me?
Yards and catches.
Yards and catches. CD Lamb. And we talked to his coach this offseason too, and he said nobody put in extra work like CD Lamb, and I believe him,
I want to touch on something real quick for all the Cowboy fans, for all football fans. Like everybody, look at what's his name, Aaron Donald, in the Rams. I really think that Michael Parsons is a transcendent player. We forget that Michael Parsons was a rookie last year, but every single linebacker that come out in the NFL right now, we want to compare him to Michael Parsons. Everybody not Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons is the only player that you can literally say in the past decade that you put him on the team and he enhances the skills of those around him. Nobody expected the Cowboys defense to do what it did last year, right? So now this year the expectation is higher. So now when you unleash Sam Williams on the other side. You got Michael Parsons slide down to the line. Then what? So I really think this is the year that the Cowboys could possibly go the whole entire way because there is no expectation for them. You have the naysayer Stephen A. Smith. That's how he make his name. Waking up, speaking on the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
What will go wrong?
What
can go wrong will go wrong. That's easy. That's a bold ass statement that you can use at any given time.
No doubt.
Right? That's how he make his name. But don't nobody talk about the Steelers that he like, because the Steelers is backpedaling right now, going all the way back. They don't even know who their quarterback is right now. But again, like I said,
you right.
Like I said, listen, I love your channel. I love the support. I will always support. But again, no anticipation for negativity. Cowboys, let's go.
Let's go with it, man.
Again, no anticipation for negativity this year, y'all. Thank
man,
you,
that's dope, man. Hey, look, before you go, man, let me hear the famous words of Jimmy Johnson, man.
How about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed, man. How about them Cowboys, man? All right. So we're gonna lock the phone lines right here.
The conference has been locked.
The line is longer than Shaq feet. I said I'm gonna go to 10, but what I'm gonna do is, cause I gotta feed my soul, my body, my spirit. I'm gonna let all of these people get a chance to voice their mind, their thoughts that's been waiting here in the queue. And I want to hear y'all, so don't y'all run off. I want to hear y'all what y'all have about this signing, about what we're going to do this year and beyond, all right? Y'all ready for that? Let's go. Shout out to you, Brandon Williams. I feel you, man, KD. Shout out to you, lady. And shout out to you, Lisa. Shout out to you. All right, so Dak not done yet. You're live, man. You're live.
What's up, Law?
Nothing
Your boy
to it.
Dak not done yet. You know what time it is, man. Hey, I just want to say a few things. I know you got a lot of people online. One, I'm not going to give you a prediction. I'm going to give you the score. The score will be 36-14. By key factors will be Michael Parsons. I don't know if you've seen the interview with Mark Holmes and Michael Parsons' dad.
Right.
But if you listen to that interview, he that is him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't grow into this. He didn't.
But
he
hold
didn't
on, Dak not done yet. You threw me in a different world now, man. You said 36-14, so either we gonna be happy or we gonna be sad. Now, which one? Who got the 36?
Come on, man. My name's Dak not done yet. Man.
Okay.
We gonna win.
Okay. I just want you to speak from your chest because you said you're not going to give a prediction. You just threw me off. Okay, we gonna win. So we got the 36. Okay, good. Because if I was looking at this thing, okay.
I ain't want no fans.
Oh, okay.
I ain't want no fans that be like, man, I want to win now. We need to win now. Like, I'm all in it 100%. I watch it every day. I watch all y'all every single day. Like, I'm all in it.
Hey, man, you just threw me off, man. You said I ain't going to give a prediction, but it's going to be 36-14. And then you went off into Parsons, you know. You threw me off, man.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, Parsons is a beast. I know. I heard his dad talk about him, how he was raised. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really get a lot of practice. He pretty much just hit the field, and he was just a natural beast. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? I think Parsons is the first. Dak is the second. You know what I'm saying? Dak is going to turn a lot of heads. A lot of people got doubts in him. He's going to turn a lot of heads. Dak's going to run a 30-yard. He's going to run for a 30-yard in that game. You know what I'm saying? With his feet.
Okay.
And it's going to be epic. And you know what I'm saying? It's going to shut a lot of people up.
Okay.
But of course, people going to still talk. You know what I'm talking about? How we, you know what I'm saying? People gonna still talk and say, you know what I'm saying? We should have lost. You know what I'm saying? The reason why we lost is because Tom Brady wasn't all the way. You know, da. Well, anyway, that's all I gotta say. My name's Dak not done yet. I want to keep you your time. I watch it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Holla at you.
Let's go, man. That's my guy, man. Dak not done yet from the 737, man. All right, he's my boy, man. He's my boy. He ain't folding up like other people on Dak. All right, so what we gonna do is gonna keep it quick, but I want y'all to spit. I want to see some spit coming out of your mouth over here, man. All right, we got the 214. You live.
Hey, what's up, Law?
What's good? Talk to me.
How you doing, Law? This is your girl. This is Stargazer.
Stargazer. Let me save you up in here. Yeah.
Please save me. It's my first time calling to your show. I'm going to try to keep it quick. Just wanted you to know up front that I love your channel. Found you, I think, before the 2020 season and been rocking with you ever since. So keep up the work. I like to call you the prophet of the Cowboys. So.
I appreciate it.
But let me go. Okay, starting off with the Jason Peters signing. I think, first of all, I want to say to the Eagles trolls, like, no one believes. We have watched film on Jason Peters. We know Jason Peters is not the same tackle that he was, obviously, when they won that Super Bowl. But what we know Jason Peters brings to the table is that leadership. And that's really the key to this offensive line, especially for our young tackle, Tyler Smith.
Yeah.
And then also, I'm thinking of Terrence Steele also. Like, having somebody like Jason Peters, who is a monster, even if his body can't do it, his mind is still that mentality. So he'll still be able to elevate that offensive line and help us out if something happens with Tyler Smith. That's why we're happy about the signing. We don't think he's gonna come in here and be
right. Turn water to wine, walk on water. We ain't saying all of that,
That's not what it's about. But anyway, going on to Law. Who had a better season last year at a Dak, Mahomes, and Allen? I'm not talking about team wins. I'm talking about QB stats.
I mean, Dak, come on with it,
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like that, and Mahomes and Allen, I don't think they missed a game. I think they played all 17.
They did.
Dak missed a game. Dak didn't have no offseason. Like he literally, he was rehabbing the whole offseason, and then when we got to training camp, he had the arm injury.
Mm-hmm.
So and I think if we look at Bobby Belt tweeted something. Let me go to it. I'm gonna try to be fast, so I'm not trying to take up too much.
That's okay. Take your time. You delivering fire. As long as you deliver some fire, we put some more time out there for y'all. Come on.
Okay, let me see.
And God dog it, they got a live press conference right now with the Cowboys. Breaking news, huh? I'm gonna jump over there too as soon as you get off. Yeah, I'm gonna jump over there. We extending this show. Go with it.
Okay, Bobby Bell tweeted something. He said, "Fun stat. I just stumbled on while researching Cowboys books earlier this morning. Dak Prescott's 79% completion percentage against Tampa Bay is the highest of any quarterback against any team in NFL history. Minimum 100 attempts." So, and this is also adding on to that amazing performance where we had everybody, including Emmanuel Acho and everybody, saying Dak was elite. Y'all remember when everybody was tweeting that after that game? Everybody said Dak is elite. Dak is elite.
Yeah.
And then when he had was first or whatever MVP odds the first half of the season, and then we went into the leg injury, which also cost him. But we also know that still lit people up after the leg injury because the Raiders game, I think, was it the Falcons game after that as well, the second Eagles game. So I think we need to stop the hate on Dak Prescott. People want to say he can't be in the conversations of the Bradys and the Rodgers, but the only QB stat, the lowest QB that Dak is in QB stats is 7, and I think that, and in all time he has like a top 4 QBR in like NFL history. So if you look at Dak objectively in history, yes, in league history. If we look at Dak objectively and stop believing the BS and these narratives that go out, we will realize that we have a top 5 QB. Like, that's just the bottom line. And I know people might say, oh, you're a homer. He's not even close to Aaron Rodgers. Whatever. You can say whatever you want, but the stats prove differently. Also, my score prediction, I'm going to go with what Queen said. It's going to be 24, Dallas Cowboys, 17 Bucks. I think it's going to be a hard-fought game, but I still think that Kellen, for some reason, I'm believing in Kellen. I know Cowboy fans are like, what? But I'm believing in Kellen this year. It seems like the whole front office coaching has moved. They've been saying all offseason, we're going to run the ball, we're going to run the ball. So I find it hard to believe that we're going to come in week one and not run the ball. And we're not going to run this season. We're going to have to lean on that, obviously, because our young receivers.
No doubt.
My X factors would be Dak, of course.
No doubt.
Zeke for sure. I think this is the game because last year Zeke, he only had like 6 touches in the first half. He was pretty much a pass blocker last
He was.
season opener. So I think we're going to give Zeke his shine, and he's going to put the league on notice. And we just got to look at how confident these guys are speaking. Even CeeDee Lamb, I mean, the business that he's been doing with the playmaker, Drew, Dez, I think there's a different mentality inside of him that we're missing. I think there's a different mentality in the locker room that the fan base is missing. I think we're on to something else. I think the coaches are on to something else. And I think this will be the year. I'm not going to say we're going to go to the Super Bowl because I don't want to seem too homerish, but I will say that this is the year that I think we are going to look unstoppable like we did in that 2016 year.
Man, my goodness, that's what I'm talking about right there. Come on with it.
I think this year we're going to look unstoppable. I think there's going to be some games that we might have to take some lumps. But I do think we're going to see that meanness and that nastiness that we've been begging for as a fan base. That's what we've been begging for. We want that nasty, that meanness.
It Mr. Nasty kind.
It's Mr. Nasty time. And it seemed like it has breeded. It was the defense last year and our offense. Sometimes we felt like they was nasty. Sometimes we felt like they were soft. But I think we have our hardness is going to come from that offensive line. With Dak being able to have some freaking time to throw that ball, and for Zeke to be able to have, and Tony Pollard to be able to, or maybe Pollard, hopefully he'll be in a slot, and we'll have Dowdell back there because Dowdell was great in the preseason. But if we can have those holes open and we can have that time, we just going to look unstoppable, just like 2016. And, yeah, I think that's all I got. I could go longer, but I'll let you.
No doubt. You sound like Money Long. You can do this for hours and hours. I love it. Hey, before you go, I gotta hear you say it.
How about them Cowboys?
There we go, Stargazer. Y'all check out Stargazer. Come on with it, man. That means she's gazing at the stars, baby. Long as y'all not going out there gazing at other things, I want you guys to gaze at the star just like she is, Cowboy Nation. Look, let's tune in to this press conference right quick. We got the good guy on the presser. You know, we got to bring him up. Y'all bear with me as I tune in to the Dallas Cowboys presser as Mike McCarthy talk about this team in the upcoming year, etc. So let y'all bear with me.
You know, this thing about building a roster up, it's a year-round deal, and that's always been our approach.
Do you make this move if Tyron doesn't get hurt? Is it something that would have been on the radar finding a swing time?
I mean, hypothetical. I mean, Tyron is hurt. So, I mean, it's just, once again, I mean, you're always looking at every position. You're always looking at different opportunities. You know, then there's another component of finances and, young guys, reps, how the season went, where we are. So, I mean, all those things factor into trying to strengthen your football team.
Beyond the talent and the resume that he's had, I know last year in Chicago he was talking about at this stage of his career, willing to pass along what he's learned, be a mentor sort of thing. Does that play a big role when you have these discussions of bringing a guy in at this time?
I mean, definitely, and very appealing too. I mean, when you have a chance to sit down with Jason and just what he brings to the table, what he brings to the offensive line room. So yeah, all of that is part of his value, and that's why this is just such a great fit for us and for him. So we do have a lot of young offensive linemen that will benefit from his mentorship.
Switching to the Tampa opener. The opener last year, you guys were underdog a little bit. I'm sure you obviously expected to win, but the way y'all played in that game, even though you lost, was that a springboard, do you think, for what kind of happened early in the season?
I think it was just more of an identification of who we are and where we were as a football team. September football is has some very distinct characteristics to it. So playing down there, you're playing in the kickoff game. So there was a lot of extra that goes into that game. So playing outside, and, in the heat and so forth. And I thought our guys did an excellent job, coming out of training camp and going into that game with a lot of confidence and in total belief that, we were going to win the game. So it didn't turn out that way. So I think it's just really showed you where we were as a team. And every year is different, but there are some similarities to our training camp production. I think we've had a very productive training camp. And, I'm looking forward to this week preparation, line up and competing against these guys.
Dave Laufenberg, Dallas Cowboys Radio Network. A lot more manipulation to the roster when you get the cut down and all that. My guess is when you came into the league, there were 43 or 46 guys and no practice squad. Now you got 69 in the building. So has it become easier or more difficult for a head coach when you're looking at who's going to be here, who's going to be there, knowing you can get a lot of these guys back to the practice squad, including now 40-year-old guys?
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely there's more to it. I don't know if it there's definitely benefits to having a team that back in the 90s where those teams hung together for a long time, 6, 7, 8 years. The pressure.
That's a good point.
Or first and second round. It wasn't a big deal if they didn't play for a couple of years. So so the whole landscape has changed dramatically, and I think clearly this roster structure is what the NFL needed. Forget how it came about, whether it's the pandemic, going through all that. But if you truly want to be a draft and develop program, as we are, the ability to have 73 players in your building and continue to practice the way you do in training camp is vital, because how are you going to grow your younger players if you don't have the opportunity to practice them the right way? And I'm going, here I go again talking about padded practice. I mean, you still get one a week, but there'll be things that we do in those practices that it's not just for the vets, it's for the continuation and development in the area of technique and fundamentals of our younger players. And so got a lot of experience doing it, but I am very, very impressed, and I think it's definitely what we needed as a league, the ability to keep 69 plus players in your building. I think it definitely helps the game.
So you guys hear what he said. They only get one padded practice a week. Not 2, not 3, but 1.
Nick Eatman, DallasCowboys.com. Last year against the Bucs, you didn't have Zach Martin, Biadasz, and Gates McGovern were younger. How much more comfortable, if that's a word you like to use, but how much better do you feel about the interior offensive line this time going up against Tampa?
I think the biggest thing is you'll see the operations cleaner. I think just something as simple as cadence. And definitely something that playing on the road is playing it at home. So I think that's the first thing that kind of jumps out to me, as far as your question. But yeah, I mean that's part of the that's part of the equation. I think sometimes people tend to overlook. Just because you don't add new players or new names or to your roster, I mean you got to remember the development of those second, third, fourth year players. I mean, that's a huge factor in moving the needle, moving your team forward. So, and that's where we feel like we've made some gains.
Newey Scruggs, NBC5. I don't know if it was the first or second time you met with us at Oxnard. You had said early on in the year that the young players would have a big determining factor in where this team went here. What's your feeling still on that now that you're here at week 1?
Well, I was hoping that my statement would be absolutely true, but it was in November, December. But it's going to have to be September now. So I mean, we're going to have young players that are be a big part of this game, and that's how we're built, and we have great confidence in it. We'll play a lot of players. September football, talked about it some today in the team meeting. If you look over the years, something that we've always felt that. In the terms of what we call unscouted looks, I mean, there'll be up to 35% of the plays in all 3 phases for both teams that either team has shown this look for quite some time, or it'll be a variation, or it'll be a wrinkle. Both teams have had the whole offseason to evaluate their scheme, to get into the variations and protection of their base concepts that they really truly want to live in. So you're going to see a lot of new wrinkles, and that'll go on through the whole month of September. That's been the norm. So, and I think really what that does to you is make you really just knuckle down and worry about your game. Don't worry about them as much as worrying about your own concepts. Keep your own house clean, and that's really what we spent last week on. We spent more
keep
time
your
last
own
week
house clean,
probably on South Scott, and just kind of introduce Tampa Bay. So because obviously, just like they have, we've had the whole off season to look at them and have a pretty strong understanding how they want to play and how we feel they're going to try to play against us. So we'll have a good week of preparation, but this time of year is really about making sure you get your house as clean as possible and make sure you get off on the right foot.
Coach Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. Moving over to the injury front, is Jordan Lewis expected to practice today? Any other injury updates for week?
We'll bring Jordan on slow. I know he had really good work last week with Britt, but the goal is to kind of introduce him today and hopefully have him cleared by the end of the week is the goal. But we'll see how he does in the pre-practice part.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. The first 2 years, you had the pandemic and then a little bit of virtual last year. Is this back to normal for you in terms of football stuff and that kind of thing?
Yeah, definitely. Back to normal. It's we're the only ones working on Labor Day, so that definitely feels normal. But no, it's.
I told y'all we don't sleep.
What's nice about last year, it was as close to normal as we could get. So we were able to have some, solid comparables. Frankly, I don't even look at 2020. When I'm trying to do comparables of whether it's scheduling, productivity, technique and fundamental development. It was just such a different year. So. But that's why I feel good. I feel really good about what we accomplished in training camp because, I think we've built a really good foundation for this upcoming season.
Mike, you go back to the unscouted looks. Does that just stress the importance of your rules holding up because you won't have been able to rep it?
Absolutely. No, well said. I mean, it's all about believing really, what you start in the spring is you go back and you put everything in based on your concepts. You do conceptual learning, conceptual teaching, and conceptual, practices where you're just really, getting everybody to understand, the concept, whether it's playing cover 2 and have everybody in the perimeter group, work the middle read, work the monument, work the hook. So you really have that opportunity to teach it conceptually. And then, training camp and really you started in the OTAs is more about, getting the installs taught and learning things more by plays and situations and so forth. So that's the normal teaching progression. And frankly, it's the right way to go because, you're going to see some things in the first 3 or 4 weeks that you haven't seen yet. So this league's about trends. It always has been about trends, and you'll see variations that'll come out of, this past off season's, evaluation process and how people install and, copy new wrinkles and fit them to their team and how you're highlighting, certain personnel that you may have had last year or it's different, or you may have lost from last year. So all those things play into how these seasons start.
Michael Gelfand, Dallas Morning News. CD spoke.
So let me ask you this, Jory, do you have a fine policy here for the media coming in late? I told Mike Fisher's in charge of the fine. Is that correct? No? Okay.
Little
Just
humor
trying
there.
Accountability here. I mean, it's obviously very high. It's a two-way street, I'm told. Yeah.
CD spoke earlier this offseason about his need to improve and some of the details of his position. I was curious what gains you've seen him make in that area that he hopes is a difference for him this year.
I mean, you really got to, really got to love his path. I mean, obviously, very high draft pick, come in here to a very talented receiver group, and you can see right away that he, obviously can play inside and outside. Primarily played in the slot so much as his first year and had some flanker work. So now you're seeing.
Let me pause right quick. Oh crap! The Cowboys. This is news updated. The Cowboys will have team practice today. Team drill practice today. So that literally, this team is all in. And Mike McCarthy said, "Wait a minute, hold on. I thought we were gonna have days off."
No days off.
So I love this. If you team Mike McCarthy right now, let me see MM in the chat. Let me see Mike McCarthy in the chat, man, because this dude has got these boys out there practicing on their days off, you know. So for those who are out there, look, this is so crazy because he is forcing Dallas media to get out of their beds, to put the hot dogs away and to put those red tips away and to come out there and practice, man. You got to love this. And for those who are like just all in on the Cowboys, you got to love this.
The third year where he's able to play, every position, inside, outside, move him around, so forth. And frankly, it's going to be needed. We fully anticipate him to be targeted, as far as, double teams and things like that. So, that's all part of our thought process too, and I wouldn't be surprised Sunday night if that was their approach. So, this is all part of the plan for his development of being able to play him inside and outside. So, I mean, he has the complete skill set that you're looking for, and he's the guy, and that's what the flanker looks like in his system, and our job is to make sure he gets the opportunities to perform.
You kept him on the 53. When do you anticipate Gallup ramping up his work with the team, doing individuals or things like that?
He'll be in the rehab group this week. That's all really I can tell you. But he's he's hit every target to date. Looks really good. I mean, every medical report is extremely positive about Michael.
Kelvin Joseph he didn't practice last week. Is he still dealing with the concussion stuff?
He'll go through the prehab group early, and then we'll try to work him in.
Mike, last year, Tampa Bay, Bruce Sanders was the head coach. Now Todd he's the coach there. What are you anticipating? And then also, this is his second opportunity as a head coach. You've gone through that. What goes through your mind that second time around of what you want to make sure you get right?
Well, I think so much. I know for me personally, the second time around, there's, you kind of just have a chance to redefine your do's and don'ts. I mean, and I think one thing Todd has always been extremely consistent. If you look at his career, is just the way his defenses have played, and it was no different when he was a head coach. So they're going to schematically challenge you. They're going to be aggressive. They do a really good job in the areas of fundamentals, and I think statistically that's reflected in how they take care of the ball. But they're number 3 in takeaways last year, so that's always been a big part of his play style and what his defenses bring to the table. So I mean, I have a lot of respect for him. I've competed against him as a coordinator, and and I think just really the second time around is you just have a cleaner vision of what you want to do, and him and Bruce have been together forever, and there'll be a lot of similarities in their program.
Mike, it's game week. We talk, obviously that's what we're here. What's the mindset of this team? The excitement level of this team, yours as well as the team is.
I mean, we're ready to go. I mean, we're ready to get going. I think our training camp plan was different. And there was there's some uncertainty to all of us. We've never practiced that way before. We've never gone through where your ones didn't play in games. So I think we definitely hit the target what we were trying to accomplish. So our practices, like today we have 5 team periods, 4 of them are competitive. So I think that tells you where our mindset is. We just want to keep our environment as competitive as possible, and keep working on the things that we feel are going to help us be successful Sunday night. So I would say we're operating with a lot of confidence right now.
It's more business-like than excitement for I mean.
Definitely. I think that's what this week brings. It's one thing it is different for me as a head coach. I've always been able to get the team regimented on an in-season work schedule. Usually 2 weeks of that before you go into the regular season. This year we have not, just because of the way the schedule fell with the bye week and so forth. So you like to flow and regularity. I think is very important. It's something obviously you want to get into the ebb and flow of the whole season. So I think like anything, we're all creatures of habit. We want to get into a normal flow of the week, and that's why we're treating Monday as a bonus day, and then they'll be off Tuesday, and it's really to get these guys into the normal flow, and because you don't want this week to feel like it's 3 weeks long, and that can happen very easily. And we've all been there. I think human nature is like, oh my goodness, you get 8 practices for your first game, and that's not that's not really realistic. So, if you look at last week, we were able to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but you really were only able really to work Thursday. Because Wednesday we were still, in the process of getting our practice squad back. So that's why we really tailored the practices after just making them as competitive as possible and don't get so caught up on exactly making it all about Tampa. So, and I think that approach has worked very well for me in the past, and that's why we do it.
We'll finish with Michael.
When going up against those unscouted looks early in a season, how advantageous is it when you have a second-year defense with communication and scheme familiarity is stronger to combat whatever unexpected might come on Sunday?
Definitely. I mean, it definitely helps you, and it's really what we're going to rely on. I mean, at the end of the day, it just goes back what I said. We accomplished what we set out to accomplish as far as how we went about it in training camp. We keep track of everything. Every missed assignment, every mental error. Just the fundamental work. The game management reps and so forth. So I feel really good about the way the team went through training camp. We got a lot of work. Frankly, we got more work done this year than we did last year. And in hindsight, we felt like we came out of training camp and our start of the season last year was a success. And hopefully we can emulate that again this year. Julie, you got anything? You good? Okay. Thank you.
That was a good presser, man. So what I picked up also from
No.
wrong button there. It made me laugh. All right, but what I picked up from the presser is that also they released Mika Tifo. I'm murdering this dude last name. In order to give Peterson's space on the practice squad. So they signed Peterson to the practice squad. Jason Peters to the practice squad. I appreciate everybody for tuning in all together, man. Cowboy Nation, this was a marathon show birthed to us. Shout out to you, Perez, for the 50 stars. And I seen somebody gave some super chats too. Shout out to my guy, Coach Marv again, Mr. Antoine. Thank you so much for your super chats and your love and adulations. Smoke 14. He says, be honest, bro. We won the Super Bowl. We just got two receivers, good run game. Offensive line will be good, and our defense will be great. I'm just saying, this is almost the same exact offensive line. We going to be okay. This is Smoke. Man, appreciate you for the super chat, man. That was 40 minutes ago. And Blue 55, appreciate you. And thank those who gave via the Cash App. Let me give y'all a shout out if I can find you over here. Appreciate everybody. Sadiq, I will add TC915 as a mod as soon as I can. But I appreciate you for the information. Warren, appreciate you. I thought it was Warren Buffett, man. Warren Buffett. Hey, man, the dude gave me a Cash App, man. Warren Buffett, man. I'm a multi-millionaire now, baby. Nah, if I was, man, I split it with all of y'all, man. I definitely split that with all of y'all. But shout out to you, man, for the Cash App, Warren Buffett. Man, appreciate you. And Gene, appreciate you for the $5 holla on the Cash App. I appreciate y'all so much over the Cash App, help growing the nation there. But shout out to Warren Buffett, man. I know you're a Cowboys fan, man. I knew Warren Buffett. See, I'm telling you, man, I got billionaires, man, following this channel, man. Jerry, you next, man. Come on. Tell somebody in the chat, tell everyone that Jerry got 24 hours to reply. Come on, man. If Warren Buffett's sending donations, man, we need to have Jerry Jones sending donations over here, man. Come on, now. Shout out to you, Rollin. All right, so as promised, man, for those who've been waiting on the line, man, y'all some real ones, man. From the 970, man, you live.
Hey, how about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed, man. How about them?
Hey, Law, I got a lot of things to say, but I can't say it all. But I do want to say something. I want you to listen now. I want everybody to listen. Hey, what has no team done in NFL? We're going to have MVP as quarterback. Mm-hmm. Then we're going to have the most valuable player, Michael Parsons.
Okay.
And that Turpin, he's going to be the rookie he's going to win the rookie award.
Okay.
Has that ever happened on one team before?
I don't think that ever happened. You know, MVP,
that's a good
Defensive
chance.
Player of the
It could
Year.
very well happen.
Yo,
One
sheesh.
of our rookies is going to be the Rookie of the Year.
Could be
But I
Cavante.
believe Michael Parsons is going to be is going to win the defensive award,
Right.
and Dak Prescott's going to be the MVP, and we're going to go 15-2 or 16-1. That's my prediction.
Okay.
We're going to have the most MVP in Dak Prescott, the most valuable player, defensive MVP Michael Parsons, and one of our rookies is going to be defensive Rookie of the Year.
Man.
And we're going to win the Super. We're going to end up playing the Denver Broncos in the Super Bowl.
Ooh, rematch, huh?
And that's going to be a hell of a game.
That's going to be a hell of a
I
game.
tell you what, I really do believe that.
Look, I don't even
Wholeheartedly.
have to write this down. I can memorize that, man. I appreciate you so much for that.
I tell you what, I think that not Michael Parsons, but C.D. Lamb, who's going to be covering them on the Tampa Bay side? Who's he got to go up against?
We don't know because they're gonna slide them inside to slide in on the outside. So there's no way Todd Bowles will have someone to travel.
Don't sneeze at, like you said, don't sneeze at the defense of Tampa.
No.
No, but we're going to go into the bye week undefeated. We're going to be 8-0 or we're going to be 7-1. And I sure in the hell don't know what Philly 500's been smoking. I mean, that boy was talking some smack last night. But hey, I do believe me, you heard it today.
Right.
For all this, we're going to have the most valuable player, MVP, Dak Prescott, Defensive Player of the Year, Michael Parsons, and we're going to have a rookie also make Rookie of the Year, and we're going to win the Super Bowl.
No doubt, man. Oh, I got that right here. No team in the history, no team won
I don't think an MVP's ever won a Super Bowl.
Never.
On either side, have they?
Nah, I don't.
I don't think, was Aaron Darnold, was he the most valuable player last year or no?
No, that was
it
wasn't him. It was Aaron Rodgers.
Who was the MVP defensive player the last year?
Defensive most valuable player was TJ.
Oh, okay. So no MVP's ever won a Super Bowl then?
No, but it can always be room for the first. I appreciate you so much. Let me hear you say it. Let me hear you say it. Let me hear you say it.
How about this guy?
Yes, indeed. That's my guy, man. Watkins, man. He's always delivering good stuff, man, for us, man. How about them Cowboys? Oh, Kurt Warner did it last. Okay. Ooh, that's what, 22, 23 years ago? Shout out to you, Sellers. So Kurt Warner, he was the MVP, and then he won the Super Bowl. Wow. Hey, gold jacket Kurt Warner, man. Shoot. So we will be the second. We just won't be Ray J. We won't be Ray J hitting it first. All right, my guy from the 808. Y'all already know who he is.
What up, what up?
What's good with you, man, Chief?
My man, Law Nation, the GOAT.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, bro.
How you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm just ready for some real football. I don't want to be talking about the intangibles. I want to talk about the tangible things. You know how it goes, man.
Oh, man, real football started Saturday night, if y'all didn't notice.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. What was the final score? No. They had everybody. I saw Tupac. I seen Tupac and Biggie, man. They was on the sidelines watching the Ohio State, man. What was the final score, by the way?
The final score was 21-10.
Okay.
Everybody was shocked because Ohio State didn't put up 50 points against a top 5 offense, the number 1 defense in the country from last year.
Yeah.
That's not how football works.
Right. Unless you my Jackson State, you see my team, man,
Hey, I'm proud of Deion, man. He's doing a great job with that program. He has brought the program back and he has brought the program up. I'm proud of Deion with that. A lot of people was giving Deion flack. A lot of people was hating on Deion, but I'm like, listen, man, Deion is being a real man and a real father and a real coach.
Yeah.
You can't hate on that man because he took a lesser program and didn't go to FSU.
Right, that's my dog, man. I graduated from Jackson State, man, and every time I see them boys doing good, they doing a wonderful job too, man.
Doing a wonderful job. But this is the thing I want to say. You know, I don't want to bring rain down on everybody's sunshine, but I'm going ahead and go ahead and do it to cloud up the skies for you guys.
Okay.
I just don't see Dallas scoring 30-plus points.
Okay.
I just don't see it. Not in this first game.
Okay.
Yeah, we did it last year, but we don't have those same weapons.
Right.
A lot of people thinking Dallas is going to get dismantled by a 45-year-old man who has a Madden rating speed of 0.
Yeah.
I just don't see that either. I do think it's going to be a defensive game. It's going to be a close game. I do have the Cowboys winning 24-21.
Okay.
The Cowboys will give up 21 points. It's Tom Brady, guys. He knows the game in and out. He has been playing for 20-plus years. He done seen every defensive coverage you can think of. He has seen it. He knows where to put the ball. He knows where to attack it. I'm not saying he's an awesome or great-ass quarterback as of 45 years old. No, he's not 25. But what I will say is this is a seasoned veteran that we're playing against, and he knows how to attack the Cowboys. It is what it is.
So 24-21.
At the end of the day, the Cowboy defense will step up and make more of the plays because they have the players to do it.
Right.
They're more healthy on that side of the ball. Cowboys are more healthy on the side of the offensive side as well, but that does not mean that the Cowboys is going to go out there and put up 30-plus points. The Buccaneers' defense is still solid. It is not getting any worse, and it may not get any better, but it's still solid. We have to respect those young men on that side of the ball. I wish Cowboy fans stop being in their own feelings and thinking that Dallas is going to ride high. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just not happening. Now, later down the season, I can see Cowboys averaging damn near 40 points a game.
Gosh.
I do see that.
Yeah.
But that's because everyone has gelled and everyone has started to play with each other. This is the first game. Do not think that the Cowboys is going to come out gun blazing without those same weapons. It's just not going to happen. We have to prepare ourselves for the worst, which meaning Dallas may lose this game. Not saying that it will happen, but it is a possibility that it can happen. Same thing that I was going in with the mindset as a Buckeye fan that the Buckeyes could have lost that game. Not saying that it was going to happen, but it could have happened.
No doubt, man. Shoot.
You know,
so hey, that's why we like it, man. Any given Sunday, 24-21. That's what you got, my dog, man. Let me hear you say it before I let you roll.
Already, how about them Cowboys?
All day, man. That's my guy, Montana, man. Y'all see him in the chat there, man. That's my guy. All right, moving along gracefully, man. I got my guy. Hey, you guys, he really don't need no intro, but I'm going to give it to y'all anyway. Landlord, man, what's good with ya?
What's happening with you, loud man? You all right?
Nothing to it, man. I'm chilling, man. I'm ready to go grab some food now, man. Talk to me, man.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, I was just thinking about this Tampa game, man. You know, I had to go back and look at the game from last year. You know, a lot of things have changed, you know, of course. But, you know, that's a nice point of reference you can go back and look at, you know what I'm saying? But we got a different wide receiving core, of course.
True.
You know. But the way I'm looking at it is like, man, I think a lot of people are a little too down on that.
They are.
Like, you got to have faith in your quarterback, man. I think Dak going to be able to navigate this pretty well.
Now, he's not the greatest of all time. We know that, but we know that Dak is a very capable quarterback, man. We got weapons everywhere. It's to me, it's about the play call. Like, of course, we don't got Coop no more, because Coop was balling in that game too. If you go back, Coop was balling. I can't lie. Yeah. He went off that game.
he went off.
He went off. But like, if you add a little more Tony Pollard to the equation, you know what I'm saying, and a couple of these rookies step up, because like they don't have to step up individually. They could be a collective effort. Like Tolbert can give me some, Jake Ferguson can give me some, and you put that together, now you got a decent amount of production. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Then you look at Tolbert. I believe Tolbert can do some. And like I said, Jake and Schultz together, man, I'm telling y'all, this tight end room is much better. I think this tight end room is much better. The wide receiving core went down just a tad, but I believe this tight end room is way, way better. And you know Dak loves his tight ends, and he know how to work them. So look for, I think Peyton Hendershot might get some run too.
Yes,
you know
indeed.
what I'm saying? Because he one of the only ones that can hit them seams like we need.
Yep.
But you know, I don't want to talk you to death, man, but I do want to. I want to test the heart of some of these Cowboy fans, man.
Test them.
I love my Cowboys to death, but I just can't go into a fight already feeling like I'm going to lose. That's a terrible mindset. You lost already. If you think that you don't got a shot, you already lost. Think about this. How you going to be a soldier and one of your men die and you ready to throw the white flag? You already ready to surrender. What kind of heart, what kind of man is that? I just can't go into it feeling like I'm going to lose. You got to already have that mindset. Like I say, I'm from the South, bro.
Yeah.
We say, you're going to have to make me know it. You're going to have to make me know it. I don't believe nothing.
Don't believe
You're going to have to
nothing.
make me know it. You're going to have to choke me out into submission. That's the only way I'm going to respect what you got going on. I would not just walk into it giving you the victory. Here you go. You got the dub. No, sir. That we don't move like that. We don't operate like that. And this one last point, man. If you look at this, for the fans who be questioning and not believing and all bitter because we've been losing this long, man, those 26 years do not fall on none of these players. You got to give them a clean slate, especially for, I say, you can count Dak tenure. That's when you start blaming us. Okay, we ain't won since we had Dak. I think you should go by the quarterback. Cause no player been on this team been here for 26 years, so it's not nobody individual fault. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So start at the quarterback. That's how I look at it. Okay, we ain't won in how long Dak been here? 4, 5, 6 years?
Well, we going into his 7 years, so that's getting up there now. They're getting up there. I like my boy Dak. Yeah, they're getting up there.
It's good. Look, it's getting up there. So I'm saying, start there. This rain is we need him to do something very soon, and you blame him for his tenure. But I'm looking at it like, think about this, and this I'm gonna let it go.
Right.
Okay. If we was to win the Super Bowl, look at how. You can't just go into it down like the people that be like, I'm going to just wait till the playoffs. So if the Cowboys do what the Bengals did and shock the world and go to the Super Bowl, you wouldn't even been able to enjoy the journey because you sitting up there waiting on us to lose. You just like Stephen A. Smith. You are anything can happen. That's who you are. So you got to enjoy the journey, man. You got to believe. You can't just sit up there and be like, I'm going to just wait and see what they do for the playoffs. That's an ignorant mindset. Because, look, if we do miraculously win the Super Bowl, you doubted us the whole way. Then once we holding up the trophy, real fans should look at you with a side eye because you don't deserve to be here with us.
Front runners.
Because we believed the whole time.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You don't deserve to be here with us because you ain't true. So that's where I come from, man. I don't stop believing in my team from succeeding, bro. Call me delusional if you want to. Till I see 000 on that clock, that's when I stop believing.
Man, you the heart of Cowboy
like
Nation
man,
right now, man. Landlord, man.
If you
come on, man.
I appreciate
you the
it,
heart.
bro.
You the
if you
heart
ain't
right
built
now.
like that, man, tell them, Law. I said when you got law and landlord in the building, man, we call that the law of the land. You understand? So, hey, we gotta let them know what's happening, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm ready, man. I would never shy away from my fandom. People try to say we delusional and all that, man. I've played on teams where you think it ain't no chance. You gotta believe. If you don't believe, I said this in one of my videos. If you don't believe, that day you stop believing and you are no longer a fan. And I stand on that. You gotta have some kind of belief in it. You got to. If you don't believe, why you watching?
Man.
Go do something else. We don't need you here. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
Man, landlord, please tell people where to find and follow you, man. Come on with it, man. Come on with it. They need this fire.
Already, man. Hey, landlord from Alabama, man, on all social media, man. And, you know, like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go, man. Law the GOAT, man. Let's go.
Appreciate you, man. Look, landlord, man. Look. If I had to rate callers today, I know we had Jessica at the top of the spot, but, man, you got to put landlord next to it because, my goodness. Look, and people like to change your mind to fit their narrative, right? They like to spit out their opinions and they want you to believe in their reality. The truth of it is, Cowboy Nation, the word fan is a root word, come from fanatic. And you can't have a person that's fanatic about something and you can't say that person is delusional, because if you're a fanatic about something, that means you all in on something. Look, even if you look at it from the aspect of religion or being a person of faith, he said in the good book, I don't want the lukewarm people. I don't want the people that's kind of like wishy-washy. I want people all in. But, you know, a third of the Cowboy Nation, not all of y'all that's watching, a third of y'all kind of look at the water and y'all put your toe in there, say, it's too hot. I need it to be warm, because people around the Cowboys community is not talking positivity about your team on the outside, and y'all begin to fold like wallets and lawn chairs. But I come in to tell you, those who are like this, that's in the fire, boy, woo, like landlord and Jessica, win, lose, or draw. Even if we get knocked out, we trying to land on our back, because if we can look up, we can get up, Cowboy Nation. And I don't care if it's been 25, 26, 27, it can be 40 years. I'm still keeping you guys this hard heat right here, because, baby, we ain't turning around, baby. Look, a third of us, or most of us, were fans before Jerry Jones bought the team, right? So don't y'all be running off. I got from the 901. The last caller that's live here, man. You're live from the 901 from Tennessee. You're live. Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down. Come on, man. You got to end some good stuff with this, man. Come on. 901. Oh, man, we're going to have to let him go, man. God, I thought we were going to have a real one to be the last one. But look, landlord was the last one there, man. You know, for the 901, get your phone together, lean forward. Well, I hope old 901 is okay, man. Maybe there was an informant, man. Maybe an Eagle guy or a Washington guy trying to call Ed, baby. But it is what it is. Cowboy Nation marathon type of show. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in and being part of this. Shout out to those that's on the space community for holding it down, being part of this beautiful episode. Look, hey, I kid you guys not, man. We're going to have an unbelievable time at Cowboys Experience this weekend, coming up weekend. I don't want you guys to meet me there, beat me there. That's what I want you guys to do.
Let the Cowboys Experience introduce you to a whole new way to enjoy a Cowboys football weekend. Experience the ultimate Cowboys player and fan event at Toyota Music Factory on the Texas Lottery Plaza. Making lasting memories by booking at cowboysexperience.com today. Book your tickets, man. 817-888-1726 to be in the mix. There should be zero excuses for you not. You got to be here, man. If you're not there, man, I don't know what you're doing with yourself, and you saying that you're a Cowboys fan, especially you in the Dallas area. I promise you, you won't have a good time. You will have a great time. Come on, Cowboy Nation. Yeah. Oh, Lady Jessica, you already called in. My bad. I thought that you was just still waiting in for the for just to be waiting in. But my bad, lady. We would get you down on that. We deep in law of the law of the land, man. You know, law of the land is a dope concept. I love it, man. I do love it altogether, Cowboy Nation. Really appreciate everybody. If I hurt anyone's feelings today, man, just charge it to my head, not my heart. But you already know.
You won't break my soul.
Come on, Red. Come on. Let's get it, baby.
I was born.
Let's get it, man. Get out y'all feelings. Y'all know I'm going to bring it to you real raw and uncut it. Y'all know how this thing goes, Cowboy Nation. You know, I got my guy Montana 24-21. Stargazer, appreciate her. Call me the prophet. You know, I appreciate you. The prophecies of law, 24-17. Dak not done yet, 36-14. Too cool, 27-24. Cowboy Nation. Hey, let me look at this list again. We got people all over the globe. All over the globe, man. JT 23-17. She's your queen to be. 24-17, that's what she got. VIP, baby. 42-13. All of these numbers we got listed. We speaking with our chest. Y'all all know we the best out here, baby. I tell people all the time, when the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. That's Jim Rowan's. Write that down. Also, Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, how bad do you want it? I said earlier, a prize fighter continue to swing even when he's down. He knows that he got one punch that he can get off and he will set this thing off like Lil Boosie. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, right? To work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it. Ain't this right, Sean Mack with the 100 stars on the Facebook group. Appreciate you, Lewis Wilson. Appreciate you. You got to keep fighting for it. You got to keep your mind together. You do. They say this all the time, that when your mind is together, it don't matter what other people are saying. If you're hungry about it, I tell people all the time, PhD mentality, what do that mean, Law? I'm poor, I'm hungry, and I'm determined to make things happen. If dogged and grim and besieged and beset it, with the help of Almighty, you will get it. Write this down, Cowboy Nation. If there's one thing a man should always do, mainly to himself be true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turns hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother, I'll roll with brother, long as we win. And how about those Cowboys? The morals of life, live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take a decent man to alter his heart, to seek to rip him apart. Those man, no man shall call a friend, because they bend lives around the truth until they meet their end. Cowboy Nation, we've been saying this, and I can tell you from the deeps of my heart, just like my guy, landlord, law of the land now, baby, with the plan. I'm looking for my real ones. Bring it. We right here, and we ain't going anywhere, baby. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing, and I mean just that, nothing but the best. Let's run it up, baby. Let's run this thing up. Let's roll credits first. Oh. I heard some more breaking news. I got some more breaking news, baby. Y'all already know what I'm talking about.
We answered. I talked stuff. I thought we had it. But it goes to show you who's the better team.
Monte!
You're crying. I'm hurt. I love my fly, Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time, please? Like you did.
Let's go, birds, fly, Eagles, fly. Still Super Bowl champs for now.
Let's roll those credits, baby. Oh my gosh, man. Let's run it up and roll those credits, baby. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and being part of this episode. You heard? Come on. Shout out to Telio. Eastside Harold with the hate super chat. The Good Hoodie channel. Check them out. Antoine, appreciate you. 420, thank you. Too cool. Coach Mar. Smoke. Blue 55. Eagles are still trash. Shout out to you. Sadiqua. Leonard Owens, appreciate you. Turn me up.
I need that change to the safe. Got blues inside.
Come on.
Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play. Charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with
Moving along, baby.
I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now.
Yeah.
Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty.
Come on.
You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me.
Come on.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it
too legit.
I've been really in the field.
Come on.
Rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to the meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
This is Sparta!
Time to check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Run it, baby. Hey.
Count that too, count it up.
Ho.
Count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately,
Come
I
on.
just wanna run it up.
If you don't like Law Nation,
I just be off the
come
dome.
on. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it going the best way possible. Y'all already know how this thing goes. Hey, one love, baby. If you're watching and you have not hit that like button nor shared this content, come on, what you doing?
Shame.
You gonna slow it down for everyone now.
Shame.
Let's slow it down. Hey, I already know for those who are in that 88 Cutlass and all of those. Come on. Okay.
I want me some glory hole.
Jerry, chill out just a little bit, man. Just a little bit, man. Come on. All right. Be sure to let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and be.
Take a drag of my cigarette.
Yeah.
Breathe me out, breathe you in. Yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe.
Again, baby.
Save the last bite for you.
And you.
For you. Ooh. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous.
I've got balls of steel.
All the haters scoping wide.
The street lights hit you. Could I be your play it too? I'll follow wherever you go.
Monte. Oh my gosh, man. Yep.
7 years of a perfect love. 7 more.
That right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole.
Come on.
7 wonders all in one. All in one.
Eastside, come on, man.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Could I be your play it too? I'll follow wherever you go.
my jam, baby.
If a paper crane
I can hit that note for real, for real.
then forever doesn't feel that far.
Enjoy your day. You right.
So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
Come on, baby.
So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Now, so the cocaine's happening. When does that crack come into play for you?
Let's go, baby.
You have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet.